As I'm sure you'll all recall from last week's session, you all made your way into the mummy's tomb, continuing through this horrendous place, and Courtney was able to make it through, so Bellamy popped on for the game. When you finally made it to this area here with a lovely altar up in, during this fight, Courtney says, ooh, I got a good one for this, and we're all like, okay, what you got? And she drops a wonderful, wonderful attack. Pull an 8d6, I believe it was, to everything in the pile. Mental damage. They automatically fail the save. Because they're so dumb, they're zombies, they can't win anyway. Annihilates the lot of them. Where we left off in combat, there were 2 large minotaurs left remaining down in the bottom corner of this room. An injured minotaur skeleton near death, and one unharmed so far, who is readying to attack. They were under surprise condition last turn. As we start up, it's Flux's turn. Jillian, you get to open the game today with a fair bit of ass-kickery.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I always do, and I'm gonna hit things.
You have literally enough movement, too, to get right in between the 2 of them with the diagonals. Oh, that's nice.
Let me just see where I'm at right now. Okay, yeah, I'll just, the ones down... Wait, there's one down there by Alec, and then what are...
Everything else has been slaughtered. Thanks to Bellamy's Kamehameha mental wave last week, blew the crap out of all the enemies, gave some damage to a couple. Oh, no, actually, no, I think everybody ended up passing in the end. Yeah, Rhea barely got hurt, because I got to re-roll the pass check.
Okay, I'm just pulling my sword out.
I'll get the battle music going again, though. This might not be too long of an encounter, given that we're at the end of this one. 29's a hit. As you bring your blade down against the one already weakened. Oh, just roll 1 for now.
Okay. I'll keep with force damage for my elemental stuff.
Alright, 33 points of damage is enough to knock the Minotaur off as you kill the Minotaur skeleton dead. The other one looms over you. One of the few things they can. You are tall after all. But this thing's a large creature, which means it has at least a couple inches, if not a foot or 3. But I'm going to say this is a short Minotaur. You almost see eye to eye with him.
Mini Minotaur.
Mini Minotaur.
So does a 26 hit then?
Oh yeah, definitely. You go ahead and roll your attack roll, or damage roll on that. 4 points of slashing damage with the force damage on top against the Minotaur skeleton, who becomes badly injured as you swing a 3rd time with a 27, that connecting as well. You go ahead and roll up your damage, you high-level characters.
It's so hard to tell which is Flux's attack and which is Flux's damage.
I know, they're both the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that is 32. And I don't think I can attack with my sword, but I'll bring it 20 feet closer. 5, 10, 15, 20... Oh, 20 right there.
I will say, as you land that 3rd blow with your blade against the skull of the Minotaur, it cracks and it looks very critically injured, even near death, though still standing on those 2 hooved feet.
Okay, that's the end of my turn. I don't think I have any.
Yeah, with your blade unfortunately being too far away, can't pull the 3rd shot, or 4th shot. So,
that's okay.
Alec's turn.
Oh, right. Okay. I am still a giant scorpion with an axe in my hand. So I will just
ask him a question.
If only giant scorpions were proficient in battle axes. Okay. Why is it right? I'm sorry. It would be really very helpful if I'd remembered to use the Beyond 20 extension. It might have been a thing to do. Here we go. That's us. Right. So I was looking. I was going, why can't I click anything? And then I realised. Okay, so I'll just turn around and try and hit it with my claw. Oh, well. I mean, that's one way to start the session with your first roll.
That's a miss.
Let's try it again.
That one's a hit.
Right. Okay, so almost the opposite. 5 bludgeoning damage and
Look, I'm gonna be straight honest here. I think you had 1 health. So as you see it standing there, barely staying on those 2 hooves, wobbling back and forth, you bring a claw up and smack it on top of the head. You hear the sound of a gong, and you realize, oh, that actually didn't hurt it. So you have to take another stab at it with your claws, right through the ribs as you tear and break and crunch beneath the blow of your claw, breaking through its bones, annihilating the poor Minotaur, who falls into a crumpled pile on the floor with the other. This is what I meant by probably won't be a long fight. You only had the mooks left at this point.
oh dear. I start clacking my claws and then drop concentration on polymorph. So I'm just snapping my fingers and I look at Flux and go, I helped. With finger guns that no one can see, but I'm doing finger guns. What's a gun? I don't know. Well, I don't think we've encountered a firearm in this incarnation of the Forgotten Realms yet.
Well, that depends, because like technically, as a artificer, I could have firearm proficiency.
Finger
Yes,
hand
definitely.
crossbows.
And there are gunslingers and stuff like that. They're just incredibly uncommon.
Yeah.
You just wonder, what are we gonna do about it? It's like a D6 of damage.
Yeah, I've never understood why the misfire thing was an element, because it's just like, is that a crossbow really in it?
I'll do that shit to you in hell, sure, because you know,
It's hell.
you roll a 1 on a normal weapon, it broke. Like that shit was hard.
Yeah. Oh, well, sorry for waking up everything. I was trying to confiscate his weapons. It disagreed with that inclination.
Bellamy's gonna look over, give a smile, and give a thumbs up, like, oh, it ain't no thing. Mostly because of her ability right at the end there to knock the crap out of all the enemies. I'm gonna change up her token, though, so she's not giving off light anymore.
But she's the light of the party.
She brings a lot of laughs and she's clever. I gotta say, it's fun when Courtney makes it. Don't get me wrong, it's fun when all of you make it to D&D. We're a good team. I don't want to sell anyone short.
If we still take a gander at that, there was a scroll or something on the altar, I think.
Yep. Oh, did it? Oh, I know what happened to it, though. It was there. I had a pretty scroll right there. When I deleted the skeletons, I highlighted the whole area and just hit delete. Yeah, scrolls were gone too, but they're still there.
Gone in body, but not in spirit. Should we take a look at them?
Probably. Holy crap, that's a very big scroll.
Well, yeah, I'm putting her in. Give me a second there. That means it has really high detail, and when you zoom in, it'll stay that high quality detail. Yeah, high resolution. There's numbers I can type that would have fixed that in the short run, but it's easier to just resize if I'm only putting one thing. But yes, there is an old worn scroll laying up there. And Jillian, unless you're mini staying back, I'll go ahead and move you up there to save you the time. I know sometimes your computer can sometimes hate that. And that's not the DM's way of saying he's planning and doing stuff in the other room. Just
No, that's okay. I'm just organizing my bookshelf, and I'm just getting really frustrated because I don't know what's the point of a bookshelf if it can't hold a certain amount of weight of books without fucking breaking. So I'm just a little bit irritated right now trying to sort this thing out. But I don't think I'm buying a bookshelf from IKEA again, I've decided.
That
What
sucks.
shelf is it? The
Oh,
middle
what
one?
shelf do you think, Dean? The gray one.
Yeah, this. Well, I don't need to go on about that again, but suffice to say that this something wasn't level and it tore out one of the screws. Because it's got like a locking nut, but either side of it, it just seemed to pull it right out of the socket when it was locked. So I don't think the pre-drilled screw hole was done correctly, because whenever you did turn the locking nut, it just pulled it right out. I was very angry.
I would imagine that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I'm
always sucks.
body sweat right now trying to get it fixed, but anyway.
Screws and nails. And make it fix, you know what I mean? Oh, that's no fun. Sorry, Jillian. I wish I had more enemies for you to smash the face in to get the rage out. Oh wait,
No,
I
that's
do.
okay. Like it's I just took the heavy books off of it, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I guess that one is just gonna have to be paperback.
Yeah, you got to be able to put some hardcovers up there. I mean, look at the D&D books themselves. They weigh like 50 pounds.
I know.
Right, so you're in a room with a scroll as Ray is shaking her head a little bit with the ringing, starts cleaning out on one ear, looks towards Bellamy, gives her a nod. Bellamy smirks like, yeah, that was a good hit. She's only down 11 health, though. She's a tank. We know how this works.
Who is good at reading scrolls now?
I would say Jade and myself.
I thought that would be the case. I've got like a +8 to Arcana. I imagine you guys must be better. Jade will have like a +47 or something, I think, at this stage.
+12, can't roll below a 22.
Okay, so not far off. That's if it even requires Arcana. Just you see scroll, you think magic scroll.
The question is, do we believe this scroll is trapped?
Trapped on top of the monsters, Bjorn? Could be. Guess we could look for traps. Check for, I don't know, a suspiciously glowing rune on the side of the altar that says will blow up if touched.
Well, it looks like it's currently open. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's just laying out there on the open.
Okay. Without touching it, can we read it?
Yeah, you can take a glance at what's written there.
Okay. Do you want like an Arcana check or?
Who's gonna go take a read at it? It's laying out there in the open by all means.
No crates will.
Alrighty. And as you peer over the documents, go ahead and give me a knowledge for history or religion.
Oh boy.
I mean, I still got a 14, but yeah.
That's good. It's just it seems for the exception of Flux, everyone's going to have a low roll for their first roll of the game.
Well, it makes up for last week because we were rolling high, and it was weird.
That's true.
Reading it over, glancing on it, they appear to be religious documents of some form. You're not sure what, not one you recognize.
Religion.
I'll take a look. And you said history or religion?
Yep.
$27 for history.
As you glance at it from a historical standpoint, you do recognize a couple names listed here and there from divine pantheons and etc., which would further emphasize that this is a religious document, but not one that you recognize.
Do you think one of our angel friends would be able to? And when I say angel friends, I guess I mean Nelcrates is an angel, doesn't recognize it, so I guess Zariel.
I'm not technically an angel, only half an angel.
It seems like enough though. Like,
In some ways, yes. In a lot of ways, no.
you got like wings and shit now, man. It's pretty. I mean, how much more angel can it get?
See, I thought that, and then I went to heaven, and you kind of learn.
Have you been a victim of half angel discrimination?
Not. Yes and no. They try not to, but it's there. You can tell it's there.
Oh dear. Okay.
Hey, that's not very fair at all, Neil Grace. We were being super nice and polite and trying not to tramp on your toes because you used to be just a motto the other day, and we're like, we gotta make sure the new Celestial is comfy. She pouts a little bit as she looks up towards you.
Lulu, you've always been the greatest.
Oh, I know that.
Okay. Right. Let's I'll pick up the scroll if no one else wants to. I'll take the hit.
I can take it because I also have the option of channel divinity, give myself knowledge, proficiency religion, and then make the roll on religion.
But you've already made a history check. You choose your path. You only get one.
Yeah, I should have chose the other way.
I mean, I'd let you check again in 24 hours. And you can approach it with a religion check instead, if you want to go that route.
But I think we wanted to pick it up and take it with us, is what Alex was getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Which means one of us actually has to touch the thing.
I'll do it if he's worried. Alex just hovers his hand over it and is slow
Wait.
lowering it.
Do I have mage hand?
Bellamy does.
Hold up. I have mage hand. Let's just step back.
He freezes. Okay.
Bellamy also has mage hand. You know, she would have been saying it if Courtney was here too, but I didn't want to because now that it's been said, though, by all means, as you reach up your mage hand, Bellamy makes hers appear as well with a smirk. She goes, "You need two hands to close the scroll. Come on now."
So we all step a couple feet back and then pick it up with the mage hand.
No problem. The scroll rolls up together and floats over towards you in the hands of the mage hand.
Okay. I will grasp it from there.
What language is it in?
A common tongue, though the dialect is very old on it.
I assume nothing happens when I actually touch the scroll?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Spot the party that's been victim of a trap one too many times before. Don't touch anything.
So what you're saying is we've gone through hell?
Yeah. Is there anything on the altar now that this scroll is off? Is there any imagery or markings on the altar that look look significant or interesting?
With the scroll removed, at a glance, you notice the large circular design in the middle of the altar. You can see the eye here on this symbol in the dead center right there.
The Eye of Ra.
Appears to have some etchings and markings around it and may not be fully connected to the rest of the table.
Okay, can I don't know if this will work, but because it's not strictly, it might not qualify fully as a written language, but I'll use comprehend languages and touch the altar and see if it means anything.
Alrighty. Lulu hops out of the way like, oh, here, let me give you a lot of room there so you can take care of this, hey, buddy? And Kamashag on your shoulder is like, oh, okay, boss, we're gonna have ourselves a good time here. I see you're gonna mess around. Yeah, it's all that. However, Kamashag's voice cuts in his throat as you look towards him, your hand touching the top of the altar, as Kamashag turns to stone on your shoulder. However, the rest of the party will notice. So is Alec. Your character has turned to stone entirely. You're still aware of the world around you. You can still see, still conscious, but you are petrified. Oh, apparently that's corroding. I don't know if they got one for petrified. I'm looking.
Dispel magic.
Lulu looks up as you both turn to stone, Alec with fingertips touching the table. She blinks a few times, looks at the rest of the party. You know, a couple months ago, I might have freaked out and been like, oh no, he's turned to stone. But with a lot of you, I'm not too worried anymore. How are we gonna fix this one? Don't touch him.
The problem is, he's usually the one to fix it.
Oh, sorry, but I didn't realize I was unmuted, so sorry if you guys heard me banging the shelves around.
No worries.
Bellamy should have... Does she not have Greater Restoration?
Oh, she does. I was flipping through her spells.
But it's touch, that's the problem, right? Because if she touches him, she might be petrified too, like it was with the last trap, the petrified trap.
Well, what we could do is we can try to disable magic on the altar itself.
Sure.
Let's just see if that'll work, because that is not a touch, right? Let me just verify before I... Yeah, okay, within range, 120 feet. And then I need to make an intelligence.
Yep, because it's certainly not third level or lower spell that's in effect here. This is not your day for rolls. Because that's 12, right?
That's 12.
So that'd cancel out any spell of second level or lower, right? I know it counts automatically for third level, but oh man, you were right when you're saying you used up your good rolls last week. As you attempt to dispel whatever magics block the altar, nothing happens.
Alright, let's try it again. This time using 4th level because I don't have 3rd level slots left.
Now, are you casting it on the altar or are you casting it on Alec?
On the altar.
Alrighty.
Is this a check something that Bardic Inspiration would help with?
It is an ability check.
Because Bellamy could throw you a whatever she gets for it, like a D8, I think.
Okay. It sounds like something Bellamy would do. Alright. If you're cool with it, because I did throw that up before Alec brought that up.
You're using it on your 12? Well, it would be
No, it'd be on the when I do the D4 or the 4th level.
Yeah.
Because we technically have it. So, what is her bardic inspiration?
So it's a D8.
Yep.
D8. Okay. So, all right. So an ability. I'm going to use my inspiration, so I have advantage to make sure we get you free. Thank God I did, because I rolled a 1.
Already.
I hope it's not a 12th level or higher spell.
They exist. They do. They're rare, but my god, what would you be doing with that left in this area? Fortunately, it is a spell effect that can be ended, and as you cast a spell at that high, with that high of a check, you successfully cancel out the magics on top of the platform here. Alec is still quite made of stone, however, but there's no longer any further magical prowess coming from the center eye figure of that stone.
Okay, and now, just
She has greater restoration.
yeah, I'm just remove Chris as a level 3 version. Wasn't sure. She doesn't have it though, so we'll have to use the greater restoration.
Well, I don't know if... I know greater restoration restores paralysis. I don't know if remove curse does. Well, no, petrification. But greater restoration has.
Oh yeah, yeah. So at this point, I guess she'll use that.
And Bellamy
What's that
slowly
anyone
walks
has?
forward. She's like extending a hand out, shuffling her feet, sort of going, squinting a little as she reaches out and touches Alec, casting greater restoration. Bellamy opens her eyes afterwards as she has not been turned to stone, and Alec has been made normal once again, flesh and bone, as it were.
How about Kamishag?
Oh, he's still stone.
Now is not the time to get high.
Let's see. I can fix Komishag.
Okay, I was gonna ask if we dismiss him and resummon him, does he come back petrified?
If you send your familiar to its pocket dimension, that's not going to help. It doesn't regain HP or shed any conditions when that happens. It might be convenient to carry around a petrified animal in your pocket dimension, mind you, by dismiss and re. The only way that would do it would be as if you straight up cast Find Familiar from scratch. That would do it.
I'm out of wild shapes, so I can't cast.
Fair enough. I just figured I'd ask.
Okay, I'll bring him back.
And the only reason I know this is because somebody had turned their familiar to metal to keep it safe and then put it in the pocket dimension and asked Jeremy Crawford. And he goes, there's nothing that says you can't. So that works. So it's... You got a stone to statue on your shoulder.
If you re-summon them above someone, you could, if it's like made of metal or stone, it might do more damage than he ever has before just by falling on someone.
Like a D4, but yeah, you're technically right.
So it's only packed to the chain warlocks that can attack with familiars, I think.
Yeah. You need certain like features, and I think it's only the warlocks that can.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess excitement over.
Well, now you can read the thing.
Oh, because the magic's been dispelled. Now I can read it. That's true. It probably just says, haha, this is a trap.
Probably.
The actual runes themselves were little more than magical enticements set there to set the spell in place that would turn you to stone. Actually understanding the specifics and wordings and all that and marking it down for your own usage would be an insanely difficult arcana check and beyond the scope of this challenge, you know what I mean? But essentially you can tell with your ability to perceive language, that they are, in effect, spell runes set out to put this effect in the place, which has been destroyed by the Dispel magic.
Joke's on them. I don't have a spell book to add it to anyway. Although I will... I'll copy it down anyway, because it's something my dad would do. And maybe he'll want to read it one day.
It would give you the basics for it. Somebody might be able to reverse engineer the spell out of it. I mean, you're high-level PCs, but it would take time and effort and a wizard.
Like this, I'm not trying to copy it. I'm just like taking a rubbing or whatever. I'm not trying to understand it myself. I'm just like, I'm going to taking a picture on your phone, basically. Yep. Someone smarter than me will figure this out.
Putting the paper around it, going with the charcoal, holds it up, looking afterwards. Neat.
I'm sure this means something to somebody somewhere. Okay. Right. Well, I mean, I think we've only got one way left to go, if I'm looking at the map right. Down here.
Yeah.
It makes our decision-making process easier. So yeah, I guess we'll go to where there is shadow left on the map.
Oh, that's weird.
What's up?
Just for some reason, I can see. I actually don't want to say in case no one else can see it. Let me just take a picture and send it to you.
Wouldn't be surprised if Foundry's glitching on its draw lines.
Yeah, that's kind of like I don't see anything major, like, but yeah, I don't know if you can even see it in that picture. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So down to that area.
Well, in the picture you just sent me, it's just black.
Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed.
Sorry, I was just asking Jillian about going out to my parents for dinners. You can see something that we can't, and it's affecting your.
No, it's nothing. It's just Foundry being weird, and when I took the picture, it kind of stopped, so it's fine.
All right. Okay.
That being said, I believe Nilkrates will be leading the party. Does that seem like a good plan to everyone? Or?
Well, you've got the magic resistance thing and can fly, so
yeah,
I guess.
We're just moving the two because.
Yeah.
As you make your way through, you come across another door.
So with the door, I feel like if it's gonna be trapped, you should probably look at it first. I mean, I'm perfectly willing to open it, but
Let me put the door at a slightly different spot so you can more clearly see. There you go.
Does anyone else think that unlocking sound sounds exactly like the unlocking noise from Resident Evil, the old Resident Evil games?
Yeah.
It's like a little nostalgia bump every time.
Wouldn't surprise me if it's one of those clip art audio pieces that they use from anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
I didn't play the Resident Evils enough, though, to catch that one, so I might have to look it up, see if it is. If it is, then it'll bug me.
But a big Resident Evil nerd back in the day.
So, Jade, are you gonna check for traps, or am I just gonna open it?
Do you want me to check for traps?
I say yes, because
Given how the rest of the dungeons go,
yeah.
probably we should.
Do you want perception roll or the sleight of hand roll to check for traps?
If you're gonna investigate the door for traps, you can use your sleight of hand check for that one. You're investigating a locked door to see if there's any traps on it.
Okay, because it's not lockpicking, I'm going to roll stealth because of the whole
Yep.
+5 bonus for picking.
It appears to be, with your 28, that it's not trapped.
Alright. I will open the door then.
It's locked.
Jade?
Jade, it's locked though.
Do you think it's now at the stage where like Jade can't figure out how like people have trouble opening doors?
Oh, absolutely.
So is
I'm
that
pretty
actually
sure-
a 33?
Yep.
You are unable to unlock the door with a 33.
Wait, what?
Wait, that's illegal.
he cannot succeed?
Alec is visibly shaken. Like this is unprecedented.
Part of me wonders if we should just not go through this door if Jade can't open it on the first try.
Clearly,
I'm going again.
clearly, powers greater than us have deemed that this door should never be opened. Jade, never before have we seen such a sign that we should not proceed.
Again.
Oh,
The door refuses to unlock.
Alec
Oh,
takes
nah.
a step back.
Now I'm determined to get it.
Alec begins to look around desperately for an enemy that is approaching. Something is wrong. Something is gravely wrong. We've lingered here far too long.
I think the part that's annoying me the most is I'm rolling at advantage and neither dice is going above 10.
Yeah.
Oh, it's done it again!
As you hit your third fail, you hear something snap inside the lock.
Time to break the door down?
Hang on. If I remember correctly, I think there is another path we can take before we kick the door down. In the main hall, when we were fighting the flame skulls, I was here, so I would have saw this door. There's a chance it might link up.
I mean, we can try it.
I do. I feel like one, what's hiding there, and also 3 is a magic number, and we've failed 3 times, so it's like.
Sorry, before we agree to do that, we do have to ask if Jade's able to be dragged away from the door.
Well, I'm now curious as to what snapped.
Probably the lock.
For hints on what exactly just happened, you could check page 237 of the Dungeon Master Guide at multiple ability checks. The DM says as he taps the side of his nose. So it's up to the team what you want to do at this point.
I'd say we try the other door first, and then if not, we'll come back and see if we can force our way through. Something feels off about this particular door. Finally, the critical role prophecy came true. Doors always cause the most trouble.
Yep, it's true.
What if it's like a magic lock? Like, is there? I know there's meta-wise. I know there's a spell called Knock that can open up locks like that. But also, like, would a dispel magic work if it's magical?
It could do. I don't. And then none of us have detect magic, do we?
We can ritual cast it. I will start ritual casting detect magic. It'll take 11 minutes, but
I'll do some call waiting music. Dee 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 dee.
Well, I'll skip 10 minutes into the future, plus one more for the 11. As you cast Detect Magic. You don't see nothing.
I don't see magic. Well, this is up. Let's go check the other door.
You see nothing, except a firmly closed door.
Oh Jesus!
I assume I didn't see anything else magic other than like the
Nothing
continuous
besides
flame.
eternal flames that go forever. Nope.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me try and open this door then.
Nope, it's locked. And why don't you go ahead and give me a dex save?
Hey guys, don't try and remove notes from items on your D&D Beyond character sheet or it crashes the API. What a handy feature.
Lovely.
Alright, you take 14 points of piercing damage as your hand touches the knob to attempt to open the door. It responds in kind as spikes grow out from the metal into your hand.
I take 14.
18 points of damage, 4d12.
Okay.
You are
Yeah,
also stuck to the door handle. Not quite like the effects of a mimic, if that's what you immediately start to think. But no, the spikes that came out of the door handle are jabbed into your hand and have made you kind of stuck there.
Well, this is a little unpleasant, guys.
Yeah.
Do you want? This is Flex speaking. Do you want me to try to pull your hand off, or will you lose it if I try that?
Can we break the doorknob open first?
You want me to try that?
If it's possible.
I mean, what does everyone else feel? You want me to kick the door open, or try to?
Probably don't want to kick it open while he's attached to it.
What? Oh, well, right, kick the doorknob. I don't know how I would break the doorknob off without also getting stabbed.
Yeah. Can I just try to rip the doorknob off?
Pure athletics check to try to rip the doorknob off. You can do the same check to try to pull your hand off of the spikes as well. Please note, however, either check for your character is made at disadvantage. Not
Okay,
that it
can
matters.
I?
You just rolled a 1, so... Sorry, what's that, Jillian?
I was just gonna ask if I could help him so he could flat roll, but if he already rolled it, then never mind.
Yeah, he got the 1, unfortunately, on that one. As
You just waited, John. I would have tried to help you.
But the thing is, I would have had to roll at disadvantage, so I still would have got the 1.
No, you wouldn't have, because if it was a flat roll, because if I helped you, then then it would have been a flat roll instead of disadvantage, and then it might not have been a 1.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I'm
John.
too impatient. Sorry. Yeah.
The door is now beginning to slide away from you, attached to either side of the wall, bringing your arm with it. You notice, as it does slide forward looking straight down, what appears to be 2 large spinning barrels covered entirely in spikes below you, underneath the ground in the 5-foot space directly in front of yourself, where the door is presently pulling you to. You'll have 1 turn before that door goes all the way across, and you get dropped into a friggin' grinder.
I just start flapping my wings?
Ah, but your hand, John. Well, Nilkray's hand. It's being pulled forward by that door as your wings flap tremendously.
Yeah, but I won't drop is the big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
So we're on turn 1. If everybody has something up their sleeves, as John's flapping his wings to keep himself airborne, as the door is sliding backwards, revealing a large empty pit with a grinder beneath it.
I mean, I could do something to try and make that metal easier to break, but it won't be pleasant.
I could cut his arm off.
Let's hold off on cutting arms off.
I
Please?
can heat metal on the spikes to make them easier to break out of, but you will get burned. Actually, no. What am I doing? No, crates. Just let it happen, and I'll polymorph you into something small, and you can just fly away.
Okay, well, yeah, just polymorph me. That sounds like a great plan.
Okay. I'll polymorph you into
Wait. Before you do that, how do we not know that it's not just going to be like a sparrow with its wings stuck to the metal? I don't know that polymorphing him is going to get him out of the barbs. I just want to put that out there before we wait ourselves like that.
Lulu will second that thought with, well, yeah, it's not like polymorph teleport you into the body of an animal. It changes you. He's still going to be holding the doorknob.
Okay, I could just make him into something heavier then. I could make you into a giant ape, so you've got a giant HP pool. And then you might just, with sheer weight alone, the door will stop moving you.
Am I able to try and pull myself off again? Or...
The athletics check. Like I say, everyone's got 1 action right now that they can take.
Yeah.
Raw athletics, you can try to rip your hand free. It's gonna hurt.
That's kind of what I can heat the metal, or I can change your shape.
Well, why don't we try and pull me off first? If Flux will help me this time. And then if that doesn't work, you can turn me into a giant ape.
You're on mute, Jillian.
Sorry, I was just saying, why don't you just let me try to do it instead of me helping you, because...
Oh, that'll work.
Would it be possible that he could help me, or somebody else could help me, and then I could have advantage? Or should I just do a flat roll?
Rhea's hand lands on your shoulder. She gives a firm nod, ready to grab and pull with you to give you advantage.
Okay. Flux is gonna apologize in a...
It'll be fine.
So you go ahead and give me that check. As the door goes click against the back wall. And to the possible horror starts to slowly begin to lower itself down into this grinder. Give me a con save, John.
Oh. Thought it was going to be me.
No, you aced it. Good job, Janine. Oh.
Oh my fuck.
As your arm is ripped free and Alec is about to do something, hang on, I heard that.
Can I give him a plus D6 to that wheel?
If it can be done after a roll, sure.
He still has that bardic inspiration he didn't use.
No, it's been more than 10 minutes.
See,
Oh yeah, he had to cast a spell.
I was about to make an attack or saving for an ability check. So about to, so probably not then.
You take 28 points of damage, John, from having Nook Crate's hand ripped free from the door and a splatter of blood and markings. You can understand as well why it's so damaging. Mythically powerful it must have been as you see that door lower into the ground, grinding away in the two or... Everybody knows what I'm talking about by a grinder, right? Like, those things have been super popular recently. You can imagine what it would do to a big metal man. Almost like it was built to destroy you specifically, but not really. The DM's not that cruel. If you hadn't got your hand free, it could have been a lot worse, but it's bad enough. It would appear that since you have failed your Constitution savings throw, that those weird spikes in your hand were poisoned. At present, your character is no longer able to use magical devices or cast any magic.
Hold up. They were poisoned?
Cursed, specifically.
Oh, cursed.
I said poison, but poison doesn't work on high-level players. Cursed, specifically. If it was a poison, there'd be a duration. With a curse, you presently cannot use magical devices or magic.
Well, that's not good. Is anyone able to remove a curse from me?
Bellamy's probably your only hope.
I think somebody already realized that she doesn't have it prepared today.
Yeah. I think yeah, you should...
Well, Greater Restoration can remove a curse.
Oh, can it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Whose spell slot would we rather use, Bellamy's or mine's? Because I'm starting to...
Bellamy still has 2 5th level spells.
Courtney's also not here, so you might want to lean on hers. Because that would make planning easier later, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Well, Bellamy will cast Greater Restoration to hopefully remove that curse.
And it fails. No, I'm just kidding. The curse is removed, and your ability to cast magic and use your magical items is also restored, as she uses Greater Restoration.
That's nice. Jade, can I have some healing potions, please?
No, I'm just going to put a little square down here, representing the area that drops to the grinder. I think I'm using the wrong word for that.
A grinder? You mean like a... Was it more like a chipper or a shredder?
I like those things you have on farms.
A scrap metal crusher.
Ugh.
2 sets of those that spin.
The kind
That's
of
what I was picturing.
Yep.
Yeah, you see, like in the Discovery Channel or something, they're turning cars into like cubes.
Oh yeah. Well, that thing there, the 2 wheels spin against each other, and anything that drops down in the middle, shredded. Doesn't matter what it is, so long as it's not so tough. For anybody who want to see, I didn't actually look at this video, I'm just going to post it in the off topic, but it's a mall versus one of those. I'm sure it'll destroy it. If not, it's not a good enough teeth, that's all. But they'll tear anything apart that they touch. I needed something good for killing high-level players.
They're very satisfying to watch.
They really are. I'm not gonna lie. Those ASMR videos, I think they call all those sort of things now, when they do something just for the sake of seeing it destroyed. Like, but I digress. Your character seems to be okay, at least for now.
Yeah. But yeah, Jade, how many? We have a ton of healing potions left, right?
I think we're in the 80s, possibly.
We're somewhere in the 80s.
All right, I'm gonna use a few, guys.
I was wrong. Look, the map doesn't look round. The door dilemma remains.
Oh, by the way, that clicking noise was me setting off a trap.
Like clicking noise was you setting off a trap.
Yep. That's why I've been quiet. I've been trying to find the page reference that Alan was making.
I may have picked the wrong book. Essentially, all I was referencing, Bud, if you fail too many times on it, you can actually make success impossible in certain situations. Especially picking locks. Usually I have a rule, if you fail by too much, the lock will break. But you've never really hit that. I also have rules if you fail too many times on a lock check. If a check can be done infinitely to success, then there's no point in rolling dice. You just decide how long it would take. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you've seen here the effects of that. I'm just throwing it out there that you broke the lock.
All right, I'm good at 151. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've taken 7 potions. So, I guess nil crates can like float anyone over who doesn't feel like jumping.
How big is the gap?
5 feet. It's not a hard jump.
We should all be able to make that, I reckon. Sit with Bellamy's strength. Bellamy's got an 8 strength. I don't think she can make the jump as with the standard rules.
Well, nil crates can definitely fly them over. He will also fly Pup over, just in case. I don't think Flux even realizes, just kind of steps over.
And you can go ahead if you want to. I'll take your minis and place them onto the map. I'm gonna put Nilcrace about.
Oh, sorry, I went too far.
Okay.
Let me stop moving you.
Oh, you can go ahead and put them anywhere, just so long as they're within the area here.
Okay.
Just don't go past here if you're placing your minis.
Just need to snake my way through.
I mean, not that your minis actually can move that spot. I've got an invisible wall there anyway, but you know.
Yeah.
Foundry will shout at me if I try and go through a wall. I feel like Flux would be somewhere up front. Is that right down there?
Yeah, that's the actual person who built the map.
Ah, okay.
Mikwiwa? I don't want to miss... I don't know. Mikwiwa? I don't know. I'll do it the easy way. I'll open up the bottom of the map. Technically, this means your minis will be able to go down there, but if I do it like this, you can actually see the entirety of the bottom of that map. You know me. Whenever I find an artist who's done something nice, I like to leave their name on it.
Yeah. Pup will be at the back to kind of see about helping.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring Jillian's sword over. I think I've got a blank space. I can toss that so it's out the way.
Thanks, Alan.
No problem. I can cut through walls, so it's a lot easier. And where did Lulu go? Did we delete her off the map by accident?
Lulu's like...
Oh, there she is. I'm
was
just
on
blind.
with it. You put the sword over her.
Lulu is in her mammoth form, though. So she can't really make it through there unless he shrinks down.
I thought the hour already passed.
Expired on that.
Oh, right, that thing has a time limit, and it's only an hour. That would have long since burnt. Yep, she's Lulu, then she's up front with you. Because as you walk into this area and round about a corner, you probably aren't overly happy with what you see in front of yourselves. As a monstrous, forged version of the Reaper himself seems to be standing in the middle of this room. Pardon me. Shadows gently spilling out from beneath the base of their form.
We all kind of look at Jade for a minute.
So is she going to introduce us, Jade?
So from then you hear a voice echoing from the back of the chamber. Cackling deeply as a sarcophagus in the background slides slowly open, and a mummified hand grips the edge of it.
Oh, my word. We've got more coming in, I see now. Well, this shouldn't be too much of a trouble.
As you see bodies beginning to form, rising up from the various sarcophagus and areas around. And at the very back you see a mummy lord rising up from the sarcophagus, quite fancified as it waves a hand.
Oh, come in. Come in. We'll finish this after watching the lot of you gallivant around through my home now for so long. Please enter. At least tell me why you've come before I slaughter the lot of you whole.
Glancing in this room, one thing stands out. As you can see on the ceiling, spikes from one side to the other on a metal grate with bones clattering and trapped up above. I'll go ahead and I'll remove the invisible wall from there. You can move your minis in forward, though. I wouldn't recommend going past this point.
Why are we here? We just came in to say that, just to give you a heads up, you're in Cania, so now that you know, this is your permanent, we'll be on our way.
He tilts his head a bit towards the side, and you can see one of the old brows lifting up as he seats on the edge of his throne, like sarcophagus.
Oh yeah, you think you're just gonna come in my home and traverse the place and then leave? Oh, my word, I wouldn't think so. No, you come in here. We're gonna finish this. And if you just waltzed in here for no reason without knowing who the legendary Beandarius is, well, that is in of itself an insult.
Bean? Hey, you want a magic bean?
He visibly narrows his eyes towards you.
You can give me a magic bean if you let's go.
He smirks a bit, and as he moves, you see his body turns to dust, like a cloud of it spinning around, before it reforms with him standing now in front of his sarcophagus as he extends out a hand.
Ha! Why not? Bring your bean forward.
This feels like a trap.
Lulu
Okay.
just slowly looks towards you when you whisper that.
You gotta take this one for the team, buddy. I'll give the bean to my imp.
His stone hands clutching it.
I cast Greater Restoration on him.
Oh,
And,
okay, yeah, he's fine then.
The other. And I'll have him fly the bean over.
I gotta go over there. Oh, damn it, boss man, that's not very good. I go, okay.
Takes it as he flaps his wings and makes his way through, noticing the undeads in the room as he does, before landing in front of Beandarius, who leans and peers forward as he looks towards the creature, and then looks back up towards the group of you, smile spreading across his face.
Oh, did I not tell you to bring it to me, and yet you send your familiar?
He leans down and puts a hand on top of the little imp's head.
I'll dismiss him.
Go ahead, as you attempt to. Give me an Arcana check to see if your magic's faster than theirs.
Oh, there's the low rolls again.
As you go to dismiss, as quick as you can with bonus, you notice something horrifying. As the very spirit of your imp is reached in through and pulled out through his mouth and his eyes, his ears, through every available orifice from his face. His soul flies up into the air and is grasped by the mummy lord. And sure, you dismiss his body. It disappears in one go. And then the mummy lord looks up, smiles a wicked grin, and says,
Oh, doesn't look like you're going anywhere now, does it? All right.
and then makes a bring it on motion with one hand.
Oh dear, I'm out of wild shapes.
Yeah, this is gonna be...
Right. Okay. I mean,
Ready?
Alex just going to start blasting, but now he's got holding his imp in his hand. But I don't know what the rest of you are doing.
Specifically, he appears to have taken the very spirit of your imp and banished it. If you take him out, you might get the spirit back, sure. But as of right now, if you were to summon a familiar, Kamashag would be lost to you forever.
We can't let you lose Kamashag.
So I started blasting. Pew, pew, pew.
Alex going in swinging. So would that be a... If you're going to start attacking with attack spells, we roll for initiative. You ready?
I mean, I think that's what, given Alex temper, I'm pretty sure that's what he would do.
Yeah.
If you want to do some extra prep, you can hold him back, but it would just be like raising up a hand or a wand or something. Oh, who did we lose?
We lost Jillian.
We'll give her a quick sec. I rolled Rhea in. She got stupid high.
A 10. Would you think the D8 will be today? Do you think we'll break a 4? No, we will not break a 4.
Hey, at least you broke a 2.
Yeah, something.
You're making improvements.
Yeah, I guess that's that'd be a 14 total initiative for me. It's a lot of undead.
I don't think that pulled his stats into correctly. Give me a second here.
Guys, why didn't we take a short rest at any point?
When I figure out an answer for that, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because the DM was clever and just kept pushing just a little bit.
It's alright, guys. We got this. Good night, freaking tiger.
You know what? I got a good one for this. So, Rhea is up first. Who wants to take control?
Just before we get into further down initiative, mine should be a 14.
Oh, I'll give you a quick update. There you go.
Thank you.
Wow, we don't have any overlaps. That's handy.
Who's taking Rhea? My rolls have been atrocious, so
Here's what I was. Here's what I was gonna say. I feel like I'm the only one who's been rolling decent today, so I'm tempted to, but I also feel guilty because I always hit hard, and not everyone gets a chance to do that. So I don't want to jump on anyone's toes.
I'm perfectly happy for the person who can roll well to take her.
Okay.
That's it. If you're feeling it, go for it.
Okay. All right. She's gonna.
How
did she lose her 400 health?
I think it's just her.
Why is it dark? Is it supposed to be dark? Oh, okay. I had to hit exit. Never mind.
Oh, it looks like she lost her vision. I'll fix that on her token.
Remember to roll from her beyond character sheet.
Yeah.
That works.
Right. Is it in the history of the chat, or should I?
I'll grab it. Just give me 1 second here. There you go. Now make sure your thingy's connected.
25, 30, 35, 40. What's her movement?
She is fast. She has, I believe, 60 feet. Let me double check. I did some math.
Yeah.
I feel like
Only
it was 62.
Yep, she's 60.
Right, so she'll get on the other side of him so that she doesn't, in anyone's way. Even though she'll put herself in flanking, which could be a bad idea, but she's also got this huge health pool, so just gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Why won't you click? Okay. Alright, so she gets 4 attacks.
Yep.
We're just gonna... I didn't hit VTT. It was only 24. I don't know if that hits.
That'd be a hit.
Okay, the damage was 41. 20 slashing and 21 radiant.
Alrighty.
Let me hit VTT before I roll the rest of it.
A slash appears across the front of this avatar of death. Though the radiant damage seems to take 0 effect whatsoever on its form, as the Mummy Lord cackles.
He's immune to radiant! Did I roll one too many? Might have. No, well, she has a 5th for a bonus anyway, doesn't she?
And I've got the damage marked out on that one for those attacks.
Okay.
Because they all hit.
Okay, I was just worried I rolled too many times.
think
I
that
rolled
was-
3 times, so that's 4, and then she gets a bonus attack, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll roll one more time. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Here, Rhea, go where I told you to go. Thanks.
And 18 further points of damage. As Death's avatar looks somewhat injured. And Rhea throws a fish triumphantly into the air.
Don't get too excited, Rhea, says Flux.
Oh, I forgot to actually begin combat. And at the end of her turn, it's now one of the Death Knight's turn. Who's gonna draw up and charge their way forward. Gaining advantage on their attacks against Rhea. Actually, scuff that. He's only gonna come to here. And what are we talking? That big? Perfect. As he rises up one of his hands, and you see an orb beginning to glow of white, burning flame in his hand above one finger. He looks towards the group of you and throws it forward, striking through the air not unlike a fireball, landing with an explosion. As it uses an orb of raw hellfire.
So Flux, you, me, and Lulu have advantage on the deck. I'm assuming it's a deck save, right?
Yep, it's a dexterity savings throw. And it is large enough to hit the entirety.
Oh, because we're
of
in the
crew.
aura.
Oh, wait, no, it doesn't hit the fake Kamashag over here. But since I have it popping here with the 20 foot, it's going to hit everybody.
Whoa.
And goes around corners.
I just put the token there because his body's been dismissed.
Yep.
So I just was moving it out of the way. Dex.
DC 18 on this one.
I'm going to use absorb elements to wait, hang on. Absorb element says you get resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. I already have resistance to fire, so that probably wouldn't do anything then.
That being said, I don't, so I will use absorb elements.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
As you attempt to absorb raw hellfire, you find that absorb elements does not work on hellfire. Neither does resistance to fire damage, as you may have remembered from the last time you got hit with white hot flames.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Anyone who passed their 18 dex save takes the following damage. Cut in half. 41 points of hellfire damage. So if you pass your save, that's going to be 20 points of hellfire damage. And 39 points of necrotic damage. So if you've passed your check, 19 points of necrotic damage.
Does the
41
elements work on the necrotic?
I already have resistance to necrotic.
Let me double check on a 2 elemental attack.
So,
made when you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. So it would only trigger against one of those subgroups as well for the absorption ability, and since the fire cannot be absorbed, you can't do anything against the necrotic either.
Right, so what was the...
Oh, I put it up. It's up a little bit. 80 points of total damage for both of them stacked. And I'm going to need someone to give me a dex roll as well for Bellamy. Rhea, meanwhile, is actually outside of that blast.
So someone else want to roll it? Because I've been rolling absolute garbage.
I was just about to roll it.
Perfect.
And since
She
I'm
doesn't
mean,
get advantage, does she?
I'm going to roll for Lulu.
she's out.
Bellamy's resistant to
Lulu-
necrotic damage.
Lulu would have advantage.
I got an 18, so she's got a pass. She only takes 40 points of damage, which is enough to put her critical and knock her out, as Lulu falls from the strength of the blast. She's now making death saves on her turn. What about... so that's 80 points of damage for Bellamy as well.
How much is the necrotic? Because she's resistant to necrotic.
39, so she'd shave off another 19 points of damage from that. So it's 61 points of damage instead for her.
Okay. Can I mark it on her foundry sheet?
Oh, I got it updated. I popped her down to 33 health.
Oh.
She's looking seriously injured from the blast from the Death Knight.
There's how many more of those? 3, at least?
That's it for his turn, as the Mummy Lord takes their turn. They turn to dust as they move, forming behind and partially with Rhea, essentially. You get a feeling this is not the Mummy Lord you'd find in the book with a search.
It's not too late to run, you guys.
What we might have to is... That's just too much.
With advantage on its attack, it's going to swing its mighty rotten fist at her. Oh, I give you the basic stats. I'm just using them because it makes the roll easier. Alright, that first one is a hit. And the second one is a miss. Rhea needs to give me a con savings throw. Which she fails.
She's got a +9 to her saving throws.
Yep.
So she
I ro-
only rolled a 7.
Oh, that should have come up. If not, let me... Oh, yeah,
I
did, yeah.
can't see it.
I rolled
just
piss poor.
geez.
I got a
Yeah,
7.
just see 16.
Yeah, I just can't. I see the 16. I can't hover though.
Yeah.
She is now afflicted with mummy rot. She can no longer regain health in any form. Among other nasty things, as she gives a bit of a glare towards the Mummy Lord, who chuckles as their body once again turns into an incorporeal dust, shifting and twisting as they move away from Rhea, who is unable to take an attack of opportunity against the monster while it does this, entering back into its incorporeal form, which I'm going to display with this lovely image. Flux's turn, as Lulu collapses beside you from the force of the blast.
Yeah, she takes out a healing potion and feeds it to Lulu. Flux is always going to prioritize Lulu.
No, don't do that. I can bring her up.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So she uncaps the healing potion. Looks at Alec. Alec says no. So I'm tempted to drink it myself.
No, I can do a mass cure wounds too. I mean, it's only 3d8, that's not enough. We should probably just run, because that's bullshit. That's
Yeah.
too much damage.
Do we want to run? I'm fine with running if we want to run.
I think we should run, yeah.
We'd have to, because we
Okay.
can't sustain a fight like that.
Okay,
Just
I
me.
pick up Lulu and I use my action and movement to go 60 feet away from where we're at. Does Lulu slow me down? Am I halved movement?
She's unconscious, so she's treated like you're picking up a bag of potatoes, essentially. And since she's a small creature, you can do that with your incredible strength. It's not going to slow you down. What will slow you down
okay.
is all your allies in the way.
Right. So 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. Yeah, I see.
That's the spike
That's where I'll
pit.
go.
So you could be here safely.
Yeah, because
actually
Kamashite.
there. I'll move him out the way.
Okay.
And I'm going to mount Lulu, so that way it's easier to manage where she's at.
Okay. So how long across is the spike pit? Could I jump it?
It's a 5-footer.
I could jump it. Is it safe over here? We've been here before, right?
Yep, but you
Yeah.
don't have enough movement to make the jump.
Sure I do. I can do a standing jump, and it's... Hang on, I'll look up the rules for jumping, but I'm pretty sure you can just do a standing jump and go. Let me look, though. I'll double check. So... Jumping, long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. You can move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, so I would have moved 4 feet. When you make a standing long jump, you can only leap half that distance. Either way, each foot you clear costs a foot of movement.
Yep. So if you don't have enough movement, you can't make the jump.
Okay, I'll wait then. It's the end of my turn.
Are you,
Well, I'll second wind as a bonus action.
are you gonna be over in that square though, waiting?
I thought somebody was putting me there, but I can do that. Yep, just
Oh yeah,
one
I'll
second.
get you. I just want to make sure
Can do
before we
it.
move your mini.
Yep.
Okay.
And second wind. Just 1 second, I'll roll it. Oh. If I use an action surge, can I use that action to move?
Yep, totally.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Wait, actually, let me double check the wording on action surge. I believe you can use it for movement.
I can read it right now. You can take
It's a
one
whole action,
additional action. One additional action on your
Yeah,
turn.
Yeah, you're
It can be
fine.
used 2 times per short rest.
I'm used a little too much to haste restrictions. With action surge, you get a whole nother run. So yeah, you can totally do that. You still have 5 feet added on to the extra 30 you're going to grant yourself, which would give you 35. And given your stats, you can totally make a 5-foot long jump now.
Okay, so I'll take I won't go too far. Just 1 second. I'm just going to roll my second wind since I have this up.
Yep.
And then I will move my thing where it needs to go.
Essentially, you've got 35 feet. Oh, second wind takes a full action? Oh, bonus action.
No, it's a bonus action.
I was going to say, why did they list it as an action? I almost took a heart attack. My God.
No.
I was like, they can't nerf that.
So
That's one of the fighter's best.
Oh boy, 23. Yeah, so Flux will be... stop. Flux will be, like, right here, around the corner. I think I should have enough movement for that. I don't want to go too far.
All right.
That's it.
And with that, it's now Alex's turn. As Flux hightails it out of there.
So I can do a Mass Cure Wounds, which would restore 3d8 worth of HP to everyone, or I can wall some opponents off so they wouldn't be able to, like, see us to do anything. I don't know what would be best. What do you think? So
Well, we still have to get Rhea out of there too.
yeah, so I would be able to do like that, and she would still have an avenue to get out.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, they're 6 inches thick, so it wouldn't take up the entire 5-foot space, I don't think.
Now, keeping
So-
in mind, the ceiling's taller than 5 foot. As I always say, a room's as tall as it is wide, and at the very minimum, this one has to be 20 foot wide, high.
So they're 10 by 10 foot panels, and they can't. These creatures, they can't fly.
As far as we know, they can't fly.
But I could also just stack the walls on top of each other.
I will say Buddy is in basically a gaseous form, and he's floating. The guy who turned back into dust like a monster.
Yeah, but I could remove or delay the Skull Lords and Death Knights. I could wall them in, and Rhea would have enough space to run out one of the sides and up towards us. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it's got to be your call, man.
Yeah.
Free D8's like
So what I'm thinking is actually I have a bunch of movement. Why don't I just fly in, try and grab her, and get out?
That's again very much your call. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah. So why don't I do that so you can like try the heal?
just well, what's good is 3D8 gonna do? Because like, if they're doing,
Picks up Lulu.
yeah, but she's not in the room anymore. Like
Oh,
if they're doing like 80 damage,
On a save.
yeah. So it's like. It just doesn't feel like enough. I don't know. I mean, I could do a higher level Mass Cure Wounds. Yeah, I guess maybe we'll do that.
I think you should like go here, like get out so that way you can heal Lulu.
Well, I've got 30 feet from my position. So I can get us all from here, except for Rhea. But I can just cast that as we.
Well, you can't heal Rhea anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, where am I looking for this?
There we go.
Mass Cure 5Ds. Okay, so this is my action. Everyone gets 30 HP back.
Thank you.
Hear a deep gasp from Lulu. She just pulls up. Oh my word, there was this bright light. I think my mummy was there. But his voice was like, yoink, not here, stupid.
Aww. Fuzz is just stroking her head.
Neverwinter
Technically.
Nights was a good game. Lulu looks a little shocked though, like, oh my word, what hit me? I felt like a truck.
I don't know if I can. Wait, hang on. I've got. a ring of free action on, so difficult terrain doesn't cost me extra movement. So I should be able to get through everyone. So 20. And then I should have enough space to jump. So I've still got 10 feet of movement left. And then that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. And after your turn, Milkrace is up.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see if Puff can be healed with healing spells. It doesn't say it can't be. Unless constructs normally can't be healed with healing spells. Unless I'm missing something.
What, for constructs?
Yeah.
There are pretty much no spells the Artificer gets to heal them, if I recall.
I'm just wondering, like, his heal spell that he used. Does Mass Cure Wounds hit constructs or not?
Let me double check here. The Steel Defender for the Artificer, I believe, is locked out so that it doesn't. Let me just see here.
Let me just go to 5e tools.
This is the sort of question you should know. It's your character, man.
You would think. Alright, well, we'll skip it. We'll say he can't for now, and we'll come back to it later. So. 5. No. So, I can move here. I can pick her up. I assume she won't try and stop me. And then...
That'll cut your speed in half.
Yeah. So 25, and then I'll have 90 minus 25. That's 65 feet left, which halves into 30.
Alrighty. And as you move out of range of the Mummy Lord, you give me a second here,
Yeah.
because it's going to take a swing.
Yeah.
Along with everybody else.
Yeah, I'll be able to get that far. Now, does picking her up cost an action?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, but saying everything works, this is how far I get back.
If Foundry would decide to actually work today, that would be wonderful. Apparently I'm not allowed to click on the enemy, and it removed it from the fucking map. Great. Give me a second here. That's actually where he was, so that's fine. I get lucky on that roll for once. Let's try this again and hope it doesn't delete the mini off the board while I'm rolling. Alrighty, go ahead and give me a con save as it slams you in the chest with its fist with a critical hit.
Hey. Now just take a ton of damage.
Alrighty, as the attack strikes, you take 16 bludgeoning damage and 45 necrotic damage.
So 16 bludgeoning and 45 divided by 2 is 22. And I assume the Avatar of Death is going to say something to me?
Yep, it's going to make an attack with its mighty reaping scythe, which spins at your character's head as you move. And your armor class is a 30?
Yep.
Alright, it just misses as it flies above your character's head as you move on.
Alright, that makes it Pup's turn. Oh, I double tapped by mistake.
Yep.
But Pup is just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Actually, he can move another 40 because he can dash. And 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And that'd be his turn. And now it's the Avatar of Death.
The Avatar of Death chuckles deep from its chest as you see the Mummy Lord raise a hand.
Follow them. Make sure they don't get out of here. They came to my home, we're slaughtering the lot of them.
And the Avatar of Death drifts softly across the floor as its body turns incorporeal with its incorporeal movement capacity, going through other creatures as if they were little more than difficult terrain. Rhea can certainly take an attack of opportunity as the Avatar of Death breaks through her space and outside of her reach. But he then stands quite firmly in the corner, blocking your exit path, as you cannot move through another creature, and the hallway reduces down to a 5-foot height at the very corner. So he's squeezed into the corner. I could technically say if he moved over to here, but I'm not getting into that part. Blocking your exit and locking your friends from coming any further. So who wants to roll Rhea's attack of opportunity? $30 is a hit, for a total of 24 points of damage against the Avatar of Death. It still seems quite strong, however, as it rises up its scythe, once again taking a swing at Nilkrace. This hit, however, lands as its scythe comes down on top of your head. And you take 7 points of slashing damage and 7 points of necrotic damage from the blow of its blade. And that's it for the Avatar of Death's turn. Jade, your turn.
I'm going to attack it.
Alrighty. Jade rushes in. Thankfully that one of his friends are within 5 feet of the enemy. You know, the good old sneaky. You go ahead and give an attack roll. That is a hit. As you stab into the Avatar of Death, you go ahead and roll your damage up. 40 points of damage so far. Anything else on that? Plus the extra D3. Or D6. 43 points of damage. As you stab through the back of the Avatar of Death, who appears near to himself now, as he's starting to fade from this world, though still standing.
And that's it for me.
And as your turn comes to a rest, it rolls over to one of the Skull Lords, standing off at the side. He's going to shift and turn and cast a spell. As a Skull Lord uses one of his magical abilities. Why is it not in the spell list? God damn it. Is it in here instead? Gosh darn it, they didn't put it in there either. I'm looking at the... One second here, I'm just double checking. Nope, it's just missing from Foundry, that's fine. Okay. It's going to point a finger towards you as a green beam of negative energy courses through the air, flying at you. You're going to need to give me a Constitution savings throw as this energy crackles over your form, as it drops a 7th level Finger of Death.
And who was I against?
Pardon, what was that? Against you, for Jade, for a Constitution savings throw. With a 23, you successfully pass, taking half as much damage. As I roll it up manually. 30 points of necrotic damage. It was 60 cut in half to 30. And it's gonna move up closer into range after it covers 15 feet. Lulu's turn is next. She's gonna look at Flux, look towards Alec, then look back at Flux.
Go with Pup and get out of here.
Where am I gonna go? There ain't no front door no more, remember? They blew that one, she says with a nod. Before she...
I don't remember that, but just get as far away from here as you can get, okay? Stay with Pup.
Alan makes reference to last week's game when Bellamy came in and said, hey, the door's gone, I don't know what happened, it just sealed right up, and Lulu's like, that's no trouble, you're strong. What she will do, since she's got one use of it in her, she's going to heal either you or Alec. That's up to the players
Alec,
on this one.
Oh, definitely Alec, I'm fine. I'm good.
Lulu's like, well, I could patch one of you, Alec. Okay, I'll patch Alec up as she uses her heal ability. She only has one of those in there. But it drops 70 hit points directly on Alec, bringing him much closer to par. She's again going to hop off. And make her way down here. With her incredible fly speed. Makes it to Pup. And she starts scratching on the door. Then looks at Pup, says, wait, aren't you supposed to be one scratches on doors and shit? Oh, we boned. Bellamy's turn.
Pup just kind of tilts his head towards her.
I was just looking at Bellamy's attacks. I don't know how many spell slots she has left, but...
She has a 8, 2 6s, a 4, 3 thirds, and 3 first level spells.
Right, so... Do we have the impression that... Like, the Avatar of Death is immune to,
Radiant.
but do we have the impression that the mummies are as well?
Unknown at this time. They haven't been struck by any spells at all.
Yeah.
You could just do a spiritual weapon. It's force damage, not radiant.
She's got mass cure wounds as well. I was thinking of her casting one of them because Nil Crate's pretty hard.
Okay.
And the rest of them are in a bad way.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I would not say no.
You could do it on herself too. She's not
Yeah.
either.
I think she'd be able to catch everyone. Or
25.
she could do a mass healing word, but that's only a D4. But that would let her try and use divine intervention, but that's not. I don't think it's going to work. She does have. I think mass cure wins probably the better play. Just now, let's do it at a 6th level. So I think how does the Foundry spellbook work? If you press the dice button, it comes up with what level you want to cast it at.
Yep,
that
and
is
whether or
correct.
not to use the slot.
Right. Okay. Okay. Oh, it comes up with the thing. Okay. Click away the character sheet. So I think just centered on herself was enough to catch everyone.
Ooh.
Oh, it went away. I don't know where it went. But it didn't roll either.
Yeah, so just click the healing button.
Okay.
23 points back for everybody.
Hang on. Should that have done more at 6th level? Let me check.
It does 48, but she's a heal druid, isn't she?
She rolled a 1, a 2, 2, and a 6. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but she's a heal cleric, I thought she had something.
Alright, mass cure. Oh, it says 48. Yeah.
It also says unaffected, undead, and construct. So that answers your question from before, John.
Yeah.
So, her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're right. There is a life domain thing.
Plus healer. Beginning at 6th level, when the healing spells you cast to heal use well when you cast their 1st level or higher that restores hit points to a creature other than you may regain equal to 2 plus the spell level.
So is that included? Because it's 11 plus 11, so. No, it's 13. Wait, I can't do maths.
What are you trying to calculate?
So our dice is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, so that's 13, right?
Plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 8. Wait, 6 plus 1? 2 plus 2 plus 2?
2
Eight
plus
twos.
2 is 4,
Yeah.
plus 6 is 10.
10,
plus
right.
1
So
is
ele-
11.
11, yeah.
And that's 11, but I'm trying to figure out if that 11 includes the Blessed Healer thing.
Well, the Blessed Healer would be on her.
Because
So
she gets
life-
it'll be plus 4 for Wisdom, so that leaves the plus 7 to come from Blessed Healer then?
Okay, no, Disciple of Life is the other thing that happens. So Disciple of Life, also it's starting at 1st level when your healing spells are more effective. Whenever you use a spell of 1st level or higher to gain hit points, they gain an additional 2 plus the spell level. So that would be an additional, you said 6, so 8. Which is where that comes in. That's why it's a 23. And then she would also gain 2 plus the spells level.
Right.
I don't know if that works because she heals herself with this spell as well or not.
Yeah.
What, blessed healer for mass cure wounds?
Yeah.
Disciple of Life doesn't have... So she'd at least get it for Disciple of Life. Because it doesn't say the thing about other people. It just says any creature.
Yeah, the Disciple of Life is factored in because it increases the healing that people get.
She would
I
get
see.
raw. She would get it. It doesn't exclude, it's inclusive language. Restore hit points to a creature other than you. It doesn't exclude you. It says in order to gain it, you got to trigger it. So she did it. It doesn't say if you gain health, this is excluded. It just says if you cast healing on a creature other than you. Even though she's included herself, she did do it to a creature other than her. And just, I'm giving it another Google just to make sure, but it looks like everybody's on par with me for this one. So yeah, she gets it. It's going to be 6 health.
No. 2
It's 5th
plus
level, wasn't it?
6 level,
7.
2 plus 6, so she gets an additional 8 back. I think brings her up to 94. But the rest of us get the 23
Right.
Flux, Jade, Elprate.
I already applied it. Thank you.
Right. And then she's got her bonus action left, which
We could do Spiritual Weapon. Oh wait, no, we can't. We just did a spell. Never mind. Sorry. Don't play casters very often.
I think
try
someone just wiped
Words.
Dan's health out.
It wasn't me.
It might have been me by mistake.
So
Yeah,
let's
we could do Unsettling Words.
So, Unsettling Words, we can subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw. For a creature, I might... Well, these would probably have... like, saving throws like the Wazoo, so should we inspire someone else in there? Like, add to them rather than subtract, because like a D8 might not be much for them. I don't know. Should we get inspired?
Why don't we just flip a D2, and then if it's a 1, then we'll do Inspiration, and if it's a 2, we'll do Unsettling Words. Like, just leave it up to chance, because we don't know much about this.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's Unsettling Words. I would say to the Mummy Lord.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Because the death's almost... like, is almost death, so there's no point in...
Well, I don't think it will be quite as simple as...
No, I'm sure it won't, but...
Yeah.
Try to keep the...
I can't get the dice roller away, so I just need to click something. It wouldn't disappear for me, so we can ignore that one. Yeah, so the Mummy Lord has a minus D8 to his next save. Oh, hey Fergus! What you doing?
And that's her Unsettling Words.
Yeah.
She can't see him from her present angle, though.
Oh, she can't see the Mummy Lord, so it would need to be death?
Death or the Skull Lord.
Or we could just...
Oh,
do
right,
Bardic
sorry, I think
Inspiration.
we meant the Skull Lord, sorry.
Or we meant this one, yeah.
Okay, my bad. Okay, give me a second.
Oh,
I'll put that on him.
It's not your bad. I forgot which is which, so...
Well, it's a stacked
has-
fight, so, lots of bad things.
He has a crown. We thought he was the Lord.
Alrighty. And as Bellamy's turn comes to an end, the actual Mummy Lord is going to burn 2 points of their legendary actions.
She moved back.
Oh, if she's got movement, she certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Let's
she would...
move her back to here.
Well,
She
wait,
could get...
Oh, wait.
we should move her either that square or that square, just so you can...
Okay.
you
If she can
jump
get there, we'll put her
past.
there.
Yeah. Because she was here, so 5, 10, 15, 20...
45, 50, 55, and 60. Perfect. The Mummy Lord turns into a whirlwind of raw sand, its body completely deforming as it moves 60 feet, twisting and turning around your characters and through their spaces, as if they were nothing there in their way anyway. You're more than welcome to make a reaction to attack this whirlwind as it moves past you, if you have the reactions available. At this point, Rhea does. And Rhea does, spinning and turning as she slams her sword down into the whirlwind of dust.
I
And
don't
does
think Rhea
no
has a
damage.
reaction.
Oh,
Ray-
frig-
Ray
Doesn't have
hit
one
the-
anyway.
Ray hit the.
Oh, right, because he moved out.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
I'm currently holding Rhea, so I can't. Jade, though, could, theoretically.
And I won't.
Okay.
It then lands at the front of the doorway, where it once stood as its body takes on corporal form again, looking out towards the group of you and smiling. But that's it for its turn. As we switch over to the next Death Knight's turn, who comes out from around the corner, looking up towards the team as he slowly grins a devious glare, throwing another one of those dangerous flaming orbs out, exploding here so that it strikes everyone, including the Avatar of Death, but not the Mummy Lord or other allies. So go ahead once more and give me another Dex saving throw from the Hellfire Orb.
This time all three of us have advantage.
It doesn't hit the people out here, does it?
Nope, can't hit that far.
Oh,
Just the ones
right,
on the
okay.
inside.
Does evasion work for this? Did you use it already?
Evasion is automatic. So
It's automatic.
If I pass a dexterity saving throw, I take nothing from it.
Let me roll Reyes real quick. Saving throw. Advantage. Why am I rolling again, guys? I'm sorry.
I don't know, you rolled good though.
Needed an 18 to pass, so everybody passes. So Jade's not taking any damage because of his special feature. The rest of you, one second here. Let me just roll this up public, because that's fun that way. Take 29 and 42 fire and necrotic, both of which are cut in half because you've passed your save. You cannot further decrease the fire damage, but you can further decrease the necrotic if you have immunity to that in any way.
I'm resistant to necrotic. So,
And Ray is straight up immune to necrotic.
Yep.
Yeah, so 14 points of fire damage. And then, how much was it to necrotic again? Sorry.
It's up there, it's 42.
We can't see it.
We
We only see
only see-
71.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
you
can't
can't-
see the.
You can't click the
Yeah.
10d6, 10d6 and see what they are?
No.
We only get to see the total.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Foundry's in a bad mood today, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can only.
Yeah, 29 and 42 for the 2 damage respectfully. They both run a 10d6 for that attack, so. And the Avatar of Death takes no damage as the explosion ripples over their form.
It is immune to necrotic and fire. Hellfire, even.
Hellfire.
Interesting.
The other Skull Lord is going to move itself into position. Actually, it's going to stay back where it is instead. It's going to hold out its hand and shoot deathly rays at Rhea, since she happens to be right there. And I'll let you all see this one as it goes up.
That misses.
Yep, yep. That's a miss. And finally, that's a miss. Wow, I rolled like piss. Alrighty. And that's it for that Skull Lord's turn as we start up on the next round with Rhea beginning.
Wait,
Jade's turn.
A Jade, right, he's at 0. Gotta make that second character so I can put that in there. Make my life easier. I'll do it one of these days.
You do have it up there.
Oh, I
you
did
just
make...
have to put it in. You made it last week, and you just didn't put it in initiative.
Ah, well. So it's your turn again.
It only triggers this once anyways.
At least it's only on turn 1 or I get confused way too often.
Yeah.
I think if you got a second turn every turn. I don't think there would be an adventuring party that wasn't all rogues.
Pretty much. That's just broken at that point. You draw up your honeysuckle and take a stab, which is definitely a hit. You go ahead and roll out that damage. See how much you hit the Avatar of Death for. $14 on the regular attack, plus 30 for the sneak attack, makes 44. 49 points of damage.
I don't know why, but it's always amusing to me watching that last 1d6 roll. Just after, like, the mass of d6s.
And that is enough to eradicate the essence of death, who evaporates into the air, much to the chagrin of the mummy lord himself, who looks somewhat angered by this. Anything else for
Something
Jade's
else.
turn? Oh, sorry, Dean.
I was just saying something else is going to happen. I can feel it.
Oh, yes. Of course.
No, that's it for Jade.
Alrighty, who wants to roll a perception check for Rhea?
Oh boy. Do you want to do it? Who wants to? I can do it if no one else wants to.
You do it.
Milk Crates gets one as well.
Can I use her foundry for this?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have it programmed incorrectly, but it might be. Oh, that looks right. Alright.
4?
Rhea has advantage now on the athletics check. For nil crates, you're lucky this isn't 2nd edition Dungeons & Dragons. You'll find out why shortly. And I'm going to need an athletics check with advantage from Rhea.
Check or not save?
Sorry, yeah, it's strength save, not athletics check. Oh, shoot. It's been a day.
Oh, right. It's okay. That seems low. It says +8 for her strength
Right,
save. I don't
first.
think that's correct.
She doesn't have proficiency in strength saving checks, only her raw strength stat. Intelligence,
I
wisdom, and
see.
charisma. She's used to being cheated, wheeled, and dealed in her trips to hell.
I assume I'm doing a normal save.
Oh no, you're not
Correct.
rolling anything. You're outside of the range.
Wow.
Your character
Rolled
would
a
have had
1
the
and a
opportunity to pull Rhea free before she had her
okay.
turn. Because you remember that spike-covered ceiling that the DM mentioned earlier? It drops like a rock, comes down hard, and slams on top of Rhea, who falls to one knee beneath the weight of it. And to make matters worse, the bones themselves have formed into long, elongated pillars, pushing down on them. The entirety of this area I'm highlighting now. Completely covered in the spike pit as it comes down, pinning Rhea in place. And with her low check on her strength score, she goes down even further, taking 6d12 points of piercing damage. I'm also going to need a con save from Rhea's, because that's 40 points on top.
Oh god, I don't want to. She's not proficient. What is she proficient in?
Intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
I might need to go and take Fergus out for a pee. He's
I was kind of hoping to jump on a break right after.
All right,
19
okay,
on the
cool.
con save, Rhea has failed, and she is no longer able to cast spells or use magical devices as the ceiling pierces into her form, cursing her. And we're going to leave it paused at that, because this is a good spot. Next turn coming up is one of the Death Knights. We'll act on what they do, because you notice the other ones, as the spike trap comes down and slams against them, turn into the same sort of incorporeal dust that the Mummy Lord is forged from, twisting, turning between the bars of the metal. Just be happy the rest of you weren't in that room when I pulled this trap.
Alright, back at 12:55 or
You give or take, yeah. We'll come back in 15 minutes. It'll be almost 12:55, 1 o'clock.
okay, I got that. He's not impressed.
Gives you all a few minutes to play. We're a little late on the
Already
break
up the
today.
stairs. Alright, see you guys.
Yeah.
See y'all
All
shortly.
right, Fergus. All right, see ya.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
And we'll just give it a few. I see Dan came off mute, so he's back too. Once Dean and Jillian are back too. So what do you guys think? Think Rhea's gonna get squished?
I'm hoping not.
That's a pretty good trap, though. If only you all came into the room.
I don't know if I agree that it's a nice trap. I think it's really rude.
From a dungeon master perspective, yes, that's a lovely trap. From a player perspective, no, I don't like that.
Yuppers. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Actually, John, take it with the fact that it's a Final Fantasy game. I was fighting a boss called Ultros in Final Fantasy VI, who's a bit of a comedic boss. 3/4 of the way through the fight, he kind of goes, okay, oh, this is getting big. And he increases his magical defense and increases his physical defense with magical special spells. He then immediately says, I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's not fair. Well, shove it. I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
I thought you'd appreciate that. Forget the rest of the game. Oh, and my wife has created a new rule for my playthroughs. The coolest character in the game gets called Jay from now on, after my buddy Jay.
Oh, why's that?
Just because. One gets called Alan, one gets called Sandy. Usually if there's a love interest pair, those two. But beyond that, my buddy Jay, we were playing Final Fantasy II, first time I ever played it. And I know you're never going to play it, so I'm not worried about ruining the plot on you. Essentially, at the very start, your fourth friend disappears, and you're like, oh no, he's gone. And then like 3/4 of the way through, there's this mysterious dark knight who's fighting against you, and you're like, oh, I wonder who that is. And at the end, he reveals, haha, it was me all along. And you're like, I was
totally about to say that before you did.
Oh, definitely. But here's the best part. When they're like, we've defeated the evil guy, whatever spell or effect or shit you were under, you're free now. And your friend goes, spell? Effect? Motherfucker, I saw power up for grabs and I grabbed it. One of the few times I'll curse on this. No, nothing. They just went evil right away because, you know, their life had been crap up till that point. So they said, frig it, I'm the best now. And when you defeat the evil lord of everything, he's like, I'm the evil lord of everything now. And as he says it, the evil lord of everything comes back from the dead behind him, literally saying something along the lines of, I beat Satan. Now I'm bad. To which your friend kind of looks at you and goes, well, villain of my villain is the villain of my villain and my friends. And they're like, yeah, we're working together again. And that character got called Jay. And I'll tip my hat because unlike every other story I've read where it's like, oh, we defeated the bad guy, our friend can join us. This time the friend was like, no, I chose this path because I thought it would win and I would get strong. So 10 points to them for actually going through with that. But at the same time, Final Fantasy II was a crappy game. I was wondering if a Final Fantasy rant would summon Dean, but it doesn't appear to have worked. Oh, hey, John, do you recognize the background music? Same for you, Dan. Oh, damn it, I think my Final Fantasy rant finally put John to sleep.
No, I'm just, like, listening to it, trying to place it, and I can't. I'm also stuffing my face, so I keep myself muted so you don't hear crunch. Crunch.
Way back in Mad Maggie's dungeon, when you fought the mummy.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was like, I have the perfect one for this.
It's just generic ancient Egyptian music 101, right?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was like
100%.
something special.
No, just popped up one previous time. I had y'all fight a mummy lord back then, and I was like, that was a good fight. Dean pulls a bean. He's like, can we do it again? I'm like, oh, can we? I already have a final fight in mind for it, too.
Dan, I have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
How do you feel about killing Death?
It was an invitation.
Okay, but how does that make you feel?
I merely sent him to death so that death could punish him for trying to imitate him.
The Avatar of Death.
So no real feelings towards it, one way or another?
I did a good deed.
Okay.
Meta knowledge-wise, because it doesn't really ruin anything. I kind of based it off the concept from the Deck of Many Things. If you draw Death, you have to fight an Avatar of Death. That's sort of where I got the beginnings for that thing that you fought. But I mean, win and survive the fight, and you'll find out some more.
I don't know why, but like when he hit me, and it was like 15 points of damage or something like that, I was like, that's it?
Yep.
I thought it was going to be the scariest thing there.
Swings the scythe and it just ricochets off, and you're like, huh. Well, that wasn't so bad. And then the other guy's like, come here, boom. And it's like, okay, there it is.
Yeah, you're like Avatar of Death. I'm like, okay, it hit me. Now what? What saves do I have to make? Oh, nothing. Just 15 points. What?
Yep. Rhea looking on like, geez, that wasn't nothing at all. I can't believe it. Ceiling falls on her head. Goddamn, wasn't paying attention. Nilkrace is like, I wasn't either. I could have pulled you free. Because that was going to be the thing. If you... Nilkrace perception check. I think I might have said it, but just in case I didn't. Your perception check was to see whether or not Rhea... Well, was to see whether or not the ceiling was dropping on that entire area. And if you had caught it, you would have pulled her back. You would have had that opportunity with a dex save.
Yeah. You did mention that, but
Yep.
I'm not sure if you know this. I'm not allowed to roll high today.
Apparently not, which works well for me. Well, not well for Rhea. This Rhea, even the game is like, you're not the real one. And it's just punishing her.
Oh, that skating game you were talking about earlier, I looked it up on the Xbox store. It's there, but you cannot buy it.
Oh, Jet Set Radio Future?
Yeah.
Still happy I have my copy then. And my OG Xbox. It's the only thing I know that plays it. They made sequels, and I think there was a different game. There was like maybe 3 of them total, but it holds a special place in my heart. It's just wicked awesome. And good soundtrack, too. I could probably name a couple good games for Xbox like that. Like, did you know Dead or Alive has a beach volleyball?
The thing I don't understand is why is it on the store but won't let you buy it? So it's just like saying, we don't want your money. Go away.
I must now give this a Google. Jet Set Radio Future on PC. You probably need an Xbox CXBX-R. That looks like an emulator's name.
Starting an online store.
Xbox emulation, yep. Enough, they don't... I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there's no emulation for Xbox. It doesn't have much of a scene compared to every other console.
Right.
Oh,
We're
hey.
back, sorry.
Well, we come back.
Xbox emulation. Hopefully Microsoft is reducing the need for it, because a lot of they've got that backwards compatibility angle with they're going for.
I will say
Not
that's one of
every
my
game.
favorite things about my old 360. I popped in my Xbox games into the 360. They're like, we can put this on the hard drive, and I was like, do it, baby.
Sorry, guys.
Welcome back, welcome back.
I didn't realize it was 5 after till I was already on my way downstairs.
Oh, no worries. I figured with Ferguson having to wait the extra little bit anyway, that'd be a pain.
Yeah, he went for a substantial tinkle, shall we say.
Oh, not bad. Probably went outside there and turned into a racehorse for 5 minutes. Poor puppy. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and unpause the game. Because next up, after poor Rhea. That's it for her turn, since she's an NPC. I'm being mean and skipping past. Her whole thing was surviving the drop. I'm not gonna run her through the process of getting impaled this turn. We'll worry about that next turn, as we keep going. But she's also unable to use any of her magic tools or abilities or special capacities. Which just means her sword doesn't hit nearly so gosh darn hard anymore. Death Knight's turn in the back as it turns incorporeal and is able to float through those walls. It's going to move up. Yeah.
Sorry, where she's trapped under the thing, does that mean I've released her, or?
Remember? Oh, right, my joke. Remember when I said, be happy this isn't 2nd edition?
Yeah.
I could have been like, John, give me a con save. Anyway, your character's arm was holding on to Rhea and it got hit by the ceiling. There'd be that moment where your character cannot hold on anymore. You would have naturally released her. Arguably, you could still be grappling her. I won't have you have the damage, but you also have the option that you could simply have released her.
I would have released.
Yep, the unwritten thing. When a monster's position changes when it's being grappled, things get a little wonky. Because does the grapple break? Well, if it's a teleport, yes. In most other situations, no. So, I mean, really what I could have done was, if you had held on, you'd getting a dex save to see if you didn't fall prone as the ceiling brings you down, you know? But I'm starting to get into pointless bits of details here. That Death Knight moves itself into position quick and fast, and makes 3 dashing longsword strikes at Jade. And I'll just leave it up there in the public. These guys aren't big bats. Well, they are, but they aren't.
Lord Soft disagrees.
Oh! Sadness Chan is like, damn, DM, hold off. That's a crit hit for the first one.
So I would have had to put my sword away, but can I make an attack of opportunity with my fist?
How, though?
Am I allowed to make an attack of opportunity with my fist?
Oh, you're...
I have Sentinel.
Well, you can make an attack of opportunity with a fist. I don't see why not. Let me double check. You might have to be wielding a weapon in a hand to trigger an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, no, just things come up. I have to check.
It's just a melee attack against a creature, so yeah, you shouldn't have any trouble.
Sweet.
But you're using your Sentinel ability.
Yes.
Now, hold on. Sentinel isn't the same as an attack of opportunity. I believe you actually need a melee weapon to use Sentinel. Just give me a moment to peek at that feat. I know this because Sentinel and, the long spear over broken ground.
Just says an opportunity attack. It doesn't say a melee
weapon attack. Yeah.
When a creature makes an attack against a target other than you, and the target does, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Yeah.
This is an aside and doesn't really apply to this. Monks would still be able to punch because their hands count as a weapon, right?
Yes.
They're
even when you're unarmed. That is just something.
Their class allows it. It also turns their first fist magical for overcoming damage reduction.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering because, like, if I would feel bad for monk players if 10 years into the edition, it's like, by the way, we just found this.
Oh, they actually have special wordings added onto monk weapons, so they cover even more. There are limitations on the unarmed strike, but I'm pretty sure it works. I'm just double checking. Actually, I know what to check against. Divine.
I mean, Sentinel just straight up says melee weapon attack, so I can't.
Well, no, your unarmed attack counts as a melee weapon attack. Crawford clarified that. Let me see here.
Oh, Crawford. I'm starting to have mixed feelings. Well, I've got mixed feelings in Crawford.
When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack. 1 second here.
I just found a thing by Jeremy Crawford in 2019. He ruled an unarmed strike are melee weapon attacks.
Yep.
This thing they've got where some things are melee weapons but aren't. How has this not been corrected yet. Like, it feels like they've errated a lot of things. This is something they could have simplified, surely.
Okay, since it references weapon attack, and it does work with that. Distinction made with treaties classified count as a weapon. It's because of the way they worded the damn thing. When you make a weapon attack versus a melee weapon attack, and it's going to say, got it. Wowza, that is not the easiest thing to understand, because it says when you make a melee weapon attack, right? It doesn't say when you make a weapon attack, but it says make a melee weapon attack. So yes, it does work with Sentinel.
Okay, so that's just a straight strength check, right?
If you do an attack roll against it?
Yeah.
It should be. It's on a D&D Beyond character sheet. You're
proficient with unarmed strikes.
Oh.
Yeah, so
you don't get much damage on them. That's the big kicker.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look! I did even
a grand total of
one in strength. A 15 is a miss, as the dice really hate you today. Really, really hate you today. And probably because they're like, you made the DM look up rules, and the DM's like, no, that's my job, it's okay, I was really interested on how the hell this one worked, because I read the tweet and that didn't make sense.
No, if that was the case, it would have happened it would just start rolling twos. I've been rolling twos all day, it's just they hate me.
Alrighty, so let me roll up the damage here. 15 points of 15, and then a necrotic damage as well on top of that. Because it's a whack ton, 88. 56. Why was it saying? Man, my brain turned off. 56 points of damage. 11 points is the sword itself on slashing. 40 points necrotic. That's the first attack. It has 3 of them.
I'm going to reaction on that one and half it.
I figured. That's why I was taking the minute before I did the next roll.
So what was the total on that one? 56?
56, yeah. So you take 28 points of damage instead. The next attack makes up for it as I roll a 1. And final attack.
Balance.
Jade's armor is considerably higher than 19, so the third one scrapes off the edge of your armor as it misses.
Okay.
And now it's the Mummy Lord's turn itself. Yeah, that's what I figured. Alrighty. Its body contorting to dust in the air as it brings itself around. This way, because it's not stupid. Put myself right in front of Flux. Yeah. Yeah. No offense, Jillian. You can definitely do the damage, but it's not going to be stupid enough to stand in front of a 7-foot-tall thing with a giant weapon. No, it's going to go behind the tiny little druid, even though that's just as bad of a decision regardless, as it moves into position and brings up its rotting fist for a pair of strikes against you.
Alex is only like a unarmored foot shorter than Flux. He's 6 foot. He's 6'2".
22 AC?
Yeah, that's my AC.
First one is a miss, but the second one is a hit. Give me a con save.
God.
As you take 37 points of damage, which is split between 6 bludgeoning and 22 necrotic.
Sorry, I got confused looking at my roll there. You said 28 points of damage?
Yep, 28 points. 6
Right,
bludgeoning.
Oh yeah, I'm not resistant to anything in this form.
Alrighty, and your con save has passed, so you managed to resist the mummy rot ability that it triggers. Flux's turn now.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask about the token being in the wall.
That was a my bad moment.
Yep.
I did not mean to roll up
Do
itself. That is accurate.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm just gonna go mental on this guy. I'm gonna stick with force damage.
Alrighty.
Using the flux damage, I like it.
Ha.
I'm just gonna roll 3 attacks.
Yep.
At advantage.
That's a hit. That's a hit. And that's a hit. So you go ahead and roll your damage on those.
So with slasher feet, his movement's reduced by 10 feet.
It's so hard not to use my numpad. I gotta figure out why that's broken. Alright, 35, 31.
The numpad was working for me today.
And 39.
It's because it moves the characters around.
Yeah, it wasn't moving my character around today, right?
Oh, was it? I thought it was just Alan that was having that issue, but you guys were having it too?
I've had it happen.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Your sword draws across its body, and as it does, you see him chuckle. This form turning to dust and twisting beneath your blade. You feel your shot lands, but you can definitely tell you didn't do as much damage as you would expect to do. The slicing of your blade, the force damage as it rends through his form, that natural sand that makes him up now, the dust that he's become, seems to make him exceptionally resilient. You definitely hurt him, though. He's looking barely injured, though he seems chuckling.
Do I get the impression that it's the force damage or all damage?
He seems to have resisted the damage from your slices and the force damage. They hurt him, sure, but you're used to chopping parts off of things when you swing.
Right.
And the hydraulic in my chair just gave out and I dropped 2 feet. Holy crap, I scared myself.
Are you okay?
Oh no, I'm good.
No.
I just turned and leaned back a bit and suddenly, choo, down goes the chair.
You've been trying to scare us, so you get a little fright. Sounds good to me.
That's fair.
Hey,
I am gonna. Sorry, go ahead, Dan. No, you go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, at least it wasn't like that video I've been seeing floating around on the net lately, where the chair itself lets go and the post comes up through the middle.
No, thank you.
Oh,
No, thank you. No,
that's
thank you.
we like to call no times.
There's thankfully a big metal plate on the bottom of this chair between the hydraulic and the top of the chair. So yeah.
No, don't touch me there. No, don't touch me there.
DM does not appreciate. Does not appreciate. DM fails his deck save. No. Oh my.
Guys, we're taking a little pause for a little bit. Just I'll let you know when I'm back.
I did good though. My chair went down. I passed my con save and I didn't scream. That was the important thing.
It turns out the trap was in you all along.
Oh,
The trap was the friends you made along the way.
10 points, Jillian. A
Does
20,
it- does
22's a hit.
Oh, it is? Okay, I was gonna use goading attack. So could he do a wisdom saving throw to see if he falls victim to that? It's the thing that makes him have disadvantage at anyone except me if he fails.
He passes the check.
Okay.
And you get the feeling. Oh wait, that's not a magical effect. I have to re-roll that.
Okay.
You get the feeling he's advantageous. Oh, damn it, why do I have to re-roll that? He burns a legendary resistance.
Okay. Or worse things he could burn it on. I still get to add the damage.
Oh yeah.
Like the D12. So I'm just gonna do that right now. As soon as I find the right tab. I really don't know how you guys have so many tabs open. I have only 5 and I'm struggling.
Oh, if it wasn't for multi-monitor, I'd be dead. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So it's 23 points of damage instead of 18, but I imagine that's halved.
Alrighty. As you land another...
Save my turn.
As your turn comes to an end, he's going to trigger another one of his legendary actions as blinding dust and sand swirls magically around the Mummy Lord as he chuckles. I'm going to need con saving throws from all three of you standing here, or you'll be blinded until the end of his next turn. I'll do one for Bellamy to save a moment.
By the way, Jillian, I have 45 taps currently.
Jeez, John,
That stresses me out so much. Why?
Hey, I wasted a 20 on Bellamy. She's fine.
Because I opened a new tab for a lot of things and then just never closed them.
Alrighty, no effect from that. As you all remain unblinded, shielding yourself from the sand that whips around. Alex,
Oh,
turn.
the 19 is a pass?
Yep.
Okay.
I want to get back over there and put down some healing, but this jobby's right here. No crates, you're like 5 foot too far. Why would you do that to us?
Because I was trying to rescue Rhea.
Monster.
Why though? Okay. Alright, so I don't have that. I don't.
I'm confused.
Okay, I can. Okay, I think I need. I just need to risk it, because you're kind of surrounded. I'm going to try and jump across the pit. I know that he'll get an attack of opportunity. But I'll try and get to here.
Nah, he's gonna let you go.
Not reassuring.
Yeah.
Then I guess I'll move to here, and then I'll do I guess this is kinda all I got, so I'll do another mass cure wounds at it's just the 5th level. So everyone, if they can take it, gets back 19. Alright,
Thank you.
Your health
you.
points are no longer red, so that's something. I can add them on to Bellamy.
Alrighty.
104 plus. I did it. 6. Okay. Right. Okay.
You can always just round up to 20 and then take away 1.
No, I'm a big boy. I am doing maths.
Okay.
I can do it. Bonus actions. I don't have anything in my base form. I'm just a man. Yep. So that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, and as your turn comes to an end, pardon me, the Mummy Lord unleashes a wave of negative energy for 2 legendary points. In doing so, prevents further healing. You can no longer heal or regain health points.
Don't get to save on that or anything.
Nothing at all. Everybody within 60 feet of the Mummy Lord, thanks to its channel negative energy feature, no longer heals. And it works on those behind barriers and around corners.
How long does that last?
It might be a little bit, it might be a long bit, the DM doesn't tell you.
So we used 1 legendary action to do the sand thing, or 2?
1.
1, and then 2 more.
So unless I gave him 5, he's probably spent for the turn.
Okay. Trying to keep track of them mentally.
Nilkray's turn.
I'm going to try to lift the thing off Rhea. I assume just a regular strength check.
Yep, you can give a shot to a strength check to try to lift up on it, but as you glance forward, you can see all those numerous bones, as mentioned, have formed and are pushing down against you. It's taking everything Rhea's got just to be able to hold still, and even then she failed at that last turn.
Am I able to, pull her out?
She's kind of pinned at the moment. You'd need to at least push the ceiling up a little bit for her to be able to get out.
That's what I thought. That's what I was trying to do.
Yep.
Guys, it's more than a 10.
Hey, look at that.
Inconceivable.
Pretty much.
And just give me a second to look up the stats here.
It's probably not enough, mind you, because it's an entire fucking ceiling. But it's something, guys.
You're actually a counter roll of athletics against, or a strength against the ceiling that's pushing down. The undead ceiling with gigantic legs of bone. Pushing and pushing and pushing. They manage to hold strong against you, and you do not make any progress. Pup's turn. Anything for Pup?
20, 25. Wait, that's over 30, right? 40, yeah. That's it.
Jade's turn. As you bring Honeysuckle to bear.
Sorry, I didn't mute myself in time.
No worries, bud.
Those rolls were...
Ismo.
Yeah, what is going on? Hang on. Oh wait, no, I need to say it before the roll, right? Because I mean, I could give him a wheel, a D6 as an action, but I don't know if I'm too late now. Or is that something we should spend wheel on?
No.
No? Okay. Rogue says no.
Alrighty. Jade's attack against the Death Knight with an 18 is a miss, ricocheting off their impressive armor despite the undeath that they exist within.
Since I made the attack, I'll use a charge off a honeysuckle and turn invisible.
Alrighty. Jade goes poof.
Oh my god!
No, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Can you do a hide check as a bonus action as Jade?
Actually, yeah, I think I can hide as a bonus action.
There you go.
Okay.
So you go ahead and do your roll for your hide, so I have the number up there. Because technically, even though you're invisible, they still know where you are until you actively hide. Which is where the rogue comes in handy. He's like, poof, I'm gone anyway, and I'm gonna jump his ass soon.
You rolled a 1?
And you still don't know where he is.
Wow. I don't know what
28.
boundary has against you, Dan, but it is.
If Jade wasn't invisible,
Phrase
this is like
kind of
the
perfect,
one.
though.
This is the one instance where I would know where he is. Because Jade needs to roll a 1 for my passive to see him.
Yeah.
Oh, is your passive 28?
29.
29.
You know where Jade is, but it appears, at least, that the Death Knight in front of him does not. I rolled that check just to be nice. He didn't roll high enough to see a 28, so yes, your true skills shine through, Dan.
My God. Well, you know what? I'll say this. At least I blew that on a skill check and not an attack.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Well, like, it was just a bonus action hide, so...
And we roll back over to the dangerous Skull Lord. It's just gonna try and... Well, it's gonna take a 5-foot movement up towards Jade. Rhea is unable to take attack of opportunity as both of her hands are in use with the trap that she's stuck under. And it's gonna rush up on you and take a swing with its bony staff as it attacks Jade, full force with it, 3 times. First one is a hit. You 25 AC, right?
Yep, and unless I have blind sense or something, it's
Oh shit, right. I gotta give a perception check first. I forgot you were invisible already. Look at that. That's how effective your invisible is. I forgot about it.
Even if you do a perception check, wouldn't it still be disadvantage?
Unless I have blind sense or true sight, I think it is. They'd still be able to see me, but outside of that, it's disadvantage to attack me.
Yeah, they don't even know you're there.
Everyone's like looking for Jade, and Kratos is just looking at him like, what?
So let me give these rolls against Nilkraze instead, as the Skull Lord and shifts its attack over. Misses you with the first. Then the second one, and as for the third swing, that's a miss as well. My rolls have gone straight to pot again.
Sir, I'm a little busy. Wait your turn.
Lulu's turn. Lulu's gonna use all 120 of her movement. You can double check my movement on this one. I did the math back on Flux's turn. She moves all the way up to Flux, flying around in the back to not touch nothing, and flies all the way back. And why would she do something like that, you wonder, as she makes her way? She flies over, pops on top of Flux's shoulder for a half second, and gives a nod. I think you can do it. Kick their ass. Boo! And then gone, as she casts protection from good and evil, specifically against undead. I mean, you get it against aberration, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Yeah.
But now all creatures of that type have disadvantage of attack rolls against you. You also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Don't want to know where Lulu got the holy water from, though, in order to cast that spell. That should have been revealed. There we go.
She makes her own holy water.
So there's some bonuses for Flux to help out with.
Thank you, Lulu.
Lulu, as she's flying away, turns back and gives a thumbs up somehow. And she's like, I'll even have thumbs, as she lands.
Lulu, you're not supposed to pick up stray thumbs you find laying in the dungeon.
Oh, but it was a skeleton's thumb. He's not going to miss it. I'll smack him up good.
Should Bellamy just go to flank and try to attack with a rapier?
Well,
I think having her in flanking position is a good idea.
we can put her in flanking position, but I was thinking that she uses her action to activate Radiant Soul. Then she uses her spiritual weapon to attack. Because then if she hits, she gets an additional 19 radiant damage.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, let's do that.
As far as we know, these guys aren't immune. It was
the Lord of yeah.
So,
a chance that we could roll an insight check just before we burn a bunch of Bellamy's resources.
I got spiritual weapon for it. It's kind of purple.
That was more directed at Alan than anyone.
Yeah.
What's your insight check to determine?
If where we've encountered things that are radiant resistant, do we get the impression that these mummy lords might also be immune to radiant damage before she burns all of her stuff into radiant damage?
Oh, that'd be a guess. That's up to your own abilities as a player to decide if you want to take the risk. I will say, regardless of all else, this enemy has been resistant to 2 major damage types you've hit him with. So there's a decent chance they're going to be resistant to a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, I've just noticed she's out of 2nd level spell slots, so it would need to be 3rd or 4th. If
she gets an extra damage die if she casts a 4th, right?
Yeah. Should we go 4th?
I'm tempted. Greater Restoration's 5th anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, she's out
of 5th.
It's
not like...
Right. Alright, let's go 4th.
Right.
Unfortunately, the spiritual weapon doesn't get any kind of flanking advantage, right. So let's hope Bellamy's luck's out there somewhere.
Courtney, your players need the luck. Transfer your dice power to them now. She might have heard me. She did not hear me.
Nope.
A 13 is a miss as it strikes against the back of the Mummy Lord, driving through the sand and making no damage. Anything else for Bellamy's turn?
I think Bellamy would say something like... Tits, yeah.
Perfect.
I will not introduce myself.
You know my name.
Oh my. Alrighty, at the end of Bellamy's turn, now it's time for one of the Death Knights to go again. You know, the ones who shoot giant big orbs of flaming fire and doom and death.
Mm-hmm.
In their dusty form, yeah, they can make it up to about... There we go. Now, they turn into an incorporeal dust, as mentioned, just like their boss, and they fly past. Nilkrace is more than welcome to take an attack of opportunity as they go by.
Technically, I suppose, might as well.
Are you still using your fist?
I haven't drawn a sword.
That's a noper. In their incorporeal form, they can move through other creatures' space, going on the other side of Jade and basically running out of movement, or at least close to it, taking back on corporal form as they stand tall, drawing up their blade in another longsword-based attack.
At disadvantage if it's at Jade.
He's invisible. Do they even know where he is?
Yeah, I'm rolling the perception check because I forgot again. I'm not gonna lie. He does not know where Jade is, so this is going after Alec. Let me double check my movement here. Well, what do you know? I'm 5 foot over. You know what that means? I can't use my original plan.
That being said, would Jade get an attack of opportunity?
You can
Not
take one if
taking
you'd
it.
like. Sorry, what was that?
His reaction for other things, so no.
Okay.
Oh, you burnt through.
Oh, no, I have it. I just save it for other things. Like, if something hits me, I half the damage.
Yeah, exactly. That came in handier earlier. As it
Yep.
makes it to that point, it instead begins to channel magic as it strikes the ground, casting a spell, creating a burst of divine energy that ripples outward away from them. I'm double checking now because now I got an interesting rule interest. It's each creature they choose within 30 feet of them. Can you choose Jade? The spell I'm using with this character at this point is Destructive Wave. You strike the ground, creating a burst of divine energy that ripples outward from you. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you must succeed on such and such and such and such and such. Let me see if somebody's ruled this for an invisible creature.
Yeah, I'm just checking right now.
Going by spell definition in Raw, it's possible, but let me see here. That's kind of dirty. I think it does hit anyway. Right online, they say, yeah, by Raw. Unless someone can find a change on that, the best I can go is I looked up as best I could find. So keep this in mind for any spells that are similar. If it says each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, if it doesn't say anything about line of sight, if it doesn't say anything like that, that's going to hit invisibles. Ouch. So it's a con save that I'm going to need from everybody within 30 feet of this bad boy here. Which is
That's everyone.
Not quite. Ripples outward from you. Wow, that's everyone. That actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. As for the DC, it's an 18 DC for this spell. I'll see if I can actually pull it up.
Does protection from evil and good give me advantage at this, or no?
Oh, it's a spell-like ability, isn't it? That means Jade and
This is straight
Rhea
up
would all
casting a spell.
Yeah, so we all have advantage.
Yep.
Do I?
You're protected from undeads.
So
I've never used that spell before.
Never used it in combat before.
where's the creature? Protecting creatures of the chosen types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If it... Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't... Where it'll stop charmed, frightened, or possessed. But it doesn't stop, like, doesn't help with actual damage.
Okay, cool. I genuinely didn't know.
Oh, no worries. It was just a random thing Lulu threw on you, so... Oh, I rolled well for Bellamy, I think. And, oh, look at that. Wow. Jillian's like, I gotta do a con save. Hang on, this is my game. Looks like everyone's passing, from what I'm seeing here. And Rhea does not get advantage on this roll because she's at disadvantage for being underneath on a trap at the moment, so they cancel out, so she just gets a straight con roll. Let's see how she does. Hey, my good rolls, they're getting used up well. Rhea survives. Half damage, everybody then, except, you know, Jade. And none of you are knocked prone by the magical wave as it comes out. I'll do that as a public.
What, actually, did you use evasion?
I still take half damage. It's only the dexterity saves that I get.
Right.
No damage.
Right, dex saves. So...
27. Wait, no, that's not true.
19
19.
thunder damage and 19 necrotic damage, which is further cut in half because you all passed.
Wait, how is it? The total is 38. How is it?
It's 19 and 19.
Yep. So you're going to take
so
9 and 9.
For,
oh, sorry.
right, yeah, 9 and 9 for 18. Okay?
Or 9 and 4 for Nilkrace, since he's got that special damage resistance
Yes.
against that. So 18 damage to everybody except Nilkrace, who takes a little bit less.
Which is nice because he's getting a little hurt.
Okie dokie.
I'm sick of these guys.
And we can't heal you now, Crates, because of the Mummy Lord.
Yep. And now it's the Skull Lord's turn.
You know, I thought it would be fun to do an optional dungeon.
I did warn
I
you.
realized we would be getting punished for it. You warned us after we already said we were going in because you finished building it after we were already inside of it.
That's also true. I won't lie. But you were going to face you were going to have the option to face something like this a little later. I just decided, you know what? Let's jump it now, Finger of Death. I'm going to need Constitution saving throw from Nilkrace as the Skull Lord fires off that same spell the other one used earlier.
Oh, I keep forgetting I have advantage on these.
Better roll with advantage. Damn it. That's enough, isn't it? Let me check. I think it is. Yeah, it is.
Hey, fuck. Something's finally going a little right, guys.
All right, so you will take half as much necrotic damage. 1 second here.
So take coordinate.
78 plus 30. That's going to drop down to 32. Oh, nice. 16 points of damage. 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2040. Oh, God. Save me from the powers of 2. And that's going to be it for Skull Lord's turn. Rhea's turn. Who wants to give a strength save for Rhea? As the ceiling barrels down to crush her.
Who's taking a turn rolling for Rhea?
Does she get advantage because Nilkrace is helping her?
Nope. She's on her own. He gets an attempt on his turn to try to lift that ceiling up, but she's on her own. Rhea plants both of her feet, straightens her shoulders, narrows her eyes, and with all the strength she's got, manages to lift a few feet upward, straightening herself up. Blood running down her face, covering half her form as she just glares at Nilkrace. Gives a nod of her head. Come on now.
Yeah, this ain't nothing. I've done harder than this. Though if you can get me out, definitely owe you one.
She starts to buckle somewhat from the sheer strength and ability required to hold herself, but she doesn't take further damage on this turn. Oh no. Death Knight's turn. Perception check. I already did that one last turn. Thank God I can skip it this time. He does not know where Jade is. Not at all. Not the single clue at all. So this Death Knight is also going to use magic as well. It holds out a hand, chuckles, and begins to cast a spell. As it chooses Rhea. Someone give me a wisdom savings throw as he casts Hold Person on Rhea.
Does she get advantage on this if it's a spell because she's next to Nilkrace?
John?
Yeah.
There you go. Advantage. A 14 and a 20. Oh, and I think she actually has that one proficient too, so that's like up in the 30s for that check, because it's charisma win.
It's a plus 14.
There you go. Look at that. 34 for that one. Who rolled for her anyway?
Did.
Brilliant.
Jillian did? Good job. That's a good roll. Look at that. She shrugs off. Her muscles just flex one time, breaks in midair, holds the thing up, looks at the Death Knight, just snorts once. You know that ain't nothing. Looks right back up, holding the great gates in place. Good roll, good roll. That's it for the Death Knight's turn, however. But now it's the Mummy Lord's turn. Since I'm using spells like there's no tomorrow, he's going to start to chant and cast as he does. I don't think Bellamy can counterspell, can she?
That'd be nice.
I'm like checking because it's like, there's no one who can counter our spells today? Okay, it's spell time.
What did
He
she
releases
take us
an absolutely horrible virulent disease upon Fulminoxus. You're going to need to give me a con save, as necrotic energy and damage washes over you from the level 6 harm spell.
And again, protection from evil and good doesn't do anything about this.
Let me check on that one, because he's directly targeting you.
I may have rolled that at advantage by accident. I can roll it one more time. That was completely by accident. I'm sorry.
It's going to protect you if anything tries to make stuff bad for you, and attack rolls against you have disadvantage, which is why he's resorting to spells now. With a 26, however...
No, I shouldn't have had advantage. 7 plus...
Well, the 26 is your first dice roll. I'll just go with that one. Make life easier. Let me see if that's a pass.
Sure, because I don't mind rolling it again. It's plus 12, I believe. So plus 10 is 17, 20, 19.
Oh, that's still a pass. God damn it. You and your con score. Look at that. You're trying to be all nice and kind, and it's like, nah, I'm still going to ace this shit. Look at this.
I also have Indomitable, so if it's not a pass, I could re-roll it.
Oh, that's fair, too. So you take half the damage from this, and thankfully, since you passed your savings throw, you are not affected by a hit point reduction. That's one of the best things about the harm spell. Overall, cut in half, you take 28 points of damage. Necrotic damage, specifically. At 14d6, I just rolled 7d6 because I'm lazy. But 28 points of necrotic damage from the attack, and nothing more. Your turn, as you're facing down the Mummy Lord.
Just checking. Melee, no. Okay. Wish I did use my action surge.
Don't you get 2 at this level, or you already used?
I already used it at another point. Okay. So slashing and force are resistant. Let me take a look at Cyrodiil's Rage and see what other kind of damage I can deal.
Most every.
I know. Just want to check. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to click on the thing. Acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, necrotic, poison, thunder. I could try. I'm leaning toward cold, thunder.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try cold.
Alrighty.
You give him the cold shoulder.
So you give me one attack roll for that first swing. That's a hit. And I will say he's resistant to that as well.
I'll try.
With Cyrodiil's Rage, do you have to select each attack or for the turn?
Let me read it. On a hit, the weapon deals an extra 3d6 of one of the following types. It doesn't specify.
Yep. Can freely shift in midair as she swings it.
Alright. I'll try thunder this time. I'm not optimistic, but I'll try it anyway.
Even fire he was resistant to as well, so by all means, roll them up. Oh god. He's resistant, but it doesn't look like it with a critical hit. You make a digging
Does
in
something on the
heels.
20. Each creature of your choice within 5 feet of the target takes 5 damage of the type dealt by the Dragon's Breath weapon. So it takes another 5 points of thunder, right? that my interpretation?
He is within 5 feet of himself. It doesn't say he can't be targeted. I'm the one who's designed it. So.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to do it again. And it's actually it's one straight out. I used the basic design that they gave us from the new Dragon's book to build that weapon. With a weapon, each creature of your choice within 5 feet of the target takes 5 damage. It's just meant to be an extra on top for a big net for hitting multiple creatures. So that wouldn't damage him any further. But let's see these damage rolls.
He has, remember your slasher feat, Jillian? On
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's 10 slower.
Remember? No, that's not on critical. There's something else on critical hits.
Oh.
He has disadvantage on all of his attacks now, I think.
Oh, God.
Until the start.
Until the start of my turn. I'll display it.
That's it.
I remembered Cyrodius's feature, but thank you for reminding me of Slasher.
I'm sorry, I almost forgot one important thing at the start of Jillian's turn for Flux. The wave of negative energy wears off at the end of the Mummy Lord's turn at the start of Jillian's, and healing is once again on the table.
I will shout that to everyone. We're good. Healing's back on. And I hit him one more time, I think. I can still have one more attack.
You've got 3 hits on him so far.
I thought it was... No.
Oh, that's only 2.
Oh,
Only
that's a
2.
damage roll for 29. I thought that was an attack roll.
No, I know. The damage and the attack hits are so similar. It's really hard to keep track of them.
And a 32 is definitely a hit.
We can heal again, but now I can't see nil crates to get them. we're so close.
I'll try acid because I don't think I've tried acid yet. I think it's a long shot, but I'm trying it anyway.
Yeah. I feel like he's just resistant to all damage.
Might be a decent theory. Even acid doesn't seem to burn him too badly. Your crit certainly shook him up pretty good, because that was nasty. But still seems sanding. Oh. Lay off them crits in one turn. That's 2 in one turn. That's illegal.
No, giving them resistance to everything is illegal.
No, it's not.
It doesn't re-roll that.
Not for Torm, no.
Yeah, just it does it automatically, so just let me figure out. So it should be away 4. Minus 4 damage total.
Alrighty, and with Resilient on there as well, they're looking injured now. Having a harder time holding their dust form together. Anything else for Flux's turn?
Nope, that's the end of my turn. That's everything I can do.
Alrighty. Alex's turn.
I'm stuck between a Death Knight and a hole in the floor. Right, I think.
I like that one.
When you cast a spell, it says when you cast a spell, you can't move before you do the effect, right? So
Usually
when it uses,
cast an effect, this all happens as one big thing, right? What are you trying to do?
yeah. Oh, I've got a spell that would give me a breath weapon, but I can't use it or hurt Jade. But it would give me the means to fly up and away. But I don't think it will work. I mean, I could cast it, then not do it, and just fly away. But then I'm not helping the injured parties. So I guess, probably just gonna get hurt. So I'll do another. Where are we? Do I have? Yep. This is my last 5th level spell. So all my allies get 26 HP back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Bellamy's full. That's good.
I'm no longer red.
So that's my action. Really not good without my starry forms. So as a bonus action, I will swear violently at anyone and no one in particular. And yeah, I can't jump into Bellamy's space, can I?
You can't end your movement in her space. Rules doesn't say
Right.
anything about you not being able to jump there.
Okay, right. So I'm just thinking,
Get away from the Death Knight.
yeah, so can't heal anyone if I'm
No, I agree.
conscious. And I don't think I could. I can't heal you without seeing you again. I don't have any wave-based things. So I guess I'll jump to there, and then yeah, I'll just ideally do a really cool jump, like right over Bellamy, but more than likely just like stumble through her.
I like the image of her because she's got her wings out,
Yeah.
just like bumping into her. Then she just kind of like spins you with the wings, like redirects you when you land.
Where did the mummy lord go?
I'm kind of wondering that myself. He poofed. Again.
Oh,
Something
Right.
underneath. I was
yeah.
gonna say Bellamy's sword is. Oh, that's Alec. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I guess I need to stay floating or underneath her spiritual weapon, otherwise it'll get a attack opportunity. So I guess let me go the last time. Yeah, I'll move one more square, and I think that's my max movement. And yeah, that's me.
Alrighty. No Cray Stern.
Now that she's standing, am I able to like pull her out?
You can make a strength check to try to pull her free, yes.
Oh,
my
no.
God.
Someone give me a strength save for Rhea.
Oh no.
That doesn't seem fair.
Sorry. Be happy she has 400 health. I'm gonna chisel it away, but be happy she has it. Ooh. Rhea takes a further 48 points of damage as your jostling doesn't bring her free and causes the ceiling to drop down further on her. She's down to 245 health. No con save though, she's already unable to use magical devices for the next little bit. Anything else for Nilkrace's turn?
Nope. So 10, 20. Can Pup go here or not?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's standing on top of the brazier thing that was used originally for the skull heads. Make him look a little intimidating and stuff like that. As he uses Force-Empowered Rend. That's a miss. Jade's turn. Who's invisible. Well, at least until he doesn't attack, then you know. Come right on out with advantage and all that good stuff. Abracastabia with a honeysickle. That's definitely a hit. You go ahead and roll up your damage. We get all that sneaky damage on top as well. 12 points so far. Ooh, those are nice dice. 57 points of damage to the Death Knight.
I will once again invisibility and hide.
All right.
Right now, all I can hear is, can't touch this. Do 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 do.
And Jade disappears yet again. Oh, he's really gone this time. I'm not even rolling checks, they're just gonna fail those. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's everything.
Alrighty. As we roll over to the Skull Lord's turn once again. Knowing full well magic doesn't work very well on you, he is instead going to use a cantrip. Oh wait, no, that's still an attack, because I don't know spells nearly as well as I should. He is going to release a Cone of Cold. So I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from yourself and one for Rhea as well.
We both have advantage.
$29 is a pass on that one. And Rhea's got a 28, so that's a pass. And just one second here. So you take half of 26 points of damage each. 13.
Oh, she's immune to cold.
Sweet.
Something goes right.
She's also immune to necrotic. Has she taken necrotic damage?
No, she's just been stabbed by the ceiling so far.
Right, okay.
She's like standing there groaning underneath the weight. I'd be so handy in this fight if not for the ceiling on my head. Oh.
And apparently instead of pulling her out, I decided to push her deeper.
She's like nodding. Thanks for the help, Nilkrace. Thanks. Thanks. In all seriousness, no, we had to make an attempt. Lulu's turn. Bellamy's turn.
Okay, so I've been perusing through her spell list. I'm torn between bringing up something like spiritual guardians for action, and then bonus action attacking with her spiritual weapons, or she could cast another spell with that. She can't see Nilcrate, so she can't hear him. Hear him? Heal him. She might not be able to hear him either. She's also in combat. Well, I guess let's get her spiritual weapon attack out of the way, because she's probably definitely going to do that. So I don't know. How do you like?
Oh, the melee spell attack of it. It's been a while.
Yeah,
since
so I
I've
don't
used
want
one.
to cast it again. I just want to roll it again. I mean, I could just roll a.
Well, when you cast it, it gives you the opportunity to consume spell slot. Uncheck that, and that would work. But I'm also.
All right. Okay, that would work.
Yeah, you can also like right-click, pop out the message, and then next time we don't have to do that.
I tossed it
All
up
right.
there.
Okay. Do you wanna roll that then, seeing as how you brought it?
Sure, we can. It doesn't let me press attack.
Probably because I put it up. Here, I'll give it a roll. Normal attack roll. A 21. That is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even do the 1D.
All right. Then for action, she'll. Spirit Guardians. They'll at least do something. It's half damage on a save.
Sure, why not?
Okay. So that's centered on her, and it triggers at the
Oh, that's
the
pretty.
start of their turn.
Yep.
Or like if they start their turn there or enter it, they take it. And I think that's everything she can do.
Alrighty. Next up, we have the Death Knight, who's going to move 15 feet in this direction, since he can't see Jade. Though he still can't go through an ally space, so that's an interesting. What if you're hiding, you're not actively trying to stop him? But I don't think he needs to move any further. No, we can see around that corner. Awesome. His turn to use the same spell as he attempts to use Hold Person on Rhea. So someone's going to need to give me a Wisdom savings throw with advantage, as they continue to attempt to paralyze her, which most certainly
Yes.
would be a death sentence to her.
You guys want me to do it again, or somebody else want to have a turn rolling?
I can give it a go if you're.
It really doesn't matter to me. The only reason why I've been doing all the other ones is because I have her character sheet thing open.
That's fair.
Anyone can roll but me at this point.
Two
Two
18s.
18.
So John gets to roll the next one. So that's a pass,
No.
as she is not under the Hold Person effect. That's the end of the Death Knight's turn. Now it's the Skull Lord who's been hanging back, as he ghosts his way through the area. You know what? I've waited 19 levels to be the one to cast this spell. I should just do it this one time for fun, because it looks fun. I'm gonna do it. As 3 glowing darts of magical force appear in the air, and he shoots Magic Missile directly into Rhea. All 3 shots. 3d4 plus 3 damage. That's right, I did a Magic Missile. 15 points. Oh my god, and the dice even said, here you go, Alan, max damage, just for you, since you finally got to roll it. Rhea drops off a whopping 15 points. As the DM cheers and pats himself on the back and cries, and looks like he just launched a rocket into space. So here's the thing. It's 2:15. This fight still has a bit of meat left on its bones. Not too much. You've done some good dents so far, and you're definitely on the path. But we might need to call it at this point, because we're a bit over on time.
Yeah, I think we might be in the grind phase.
It's looking like it's getting close. I still got some tricks up my sleeve, but the majority of them has been pulled. Whether or not you can save Rhea, that's the real question. But she still has 230 health.
The answer is no, I can't today, so we'll take a break, and then maybe next week I'll be allowed to roll dice.
Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the pause button here then. And that's the other question. Next week. Dean's out next week, and John, you're out the week after that. Did we want to hold off on a game for a couple weeks then and kick back in, what would that be, April 17th? Did we want to take a 2-week break?
What?
Otherwise, somebody will have to run your characters while you're not here.
Yeah. What I would say is let Courtney decide. Like, if Courtney can show up, I'd rather them play when, like, I'm not here. Because Courtney has been missing so much lately.
Yeah, she's been off, and she said April might be better for her. So do we want to play it by that? If Courtney can make it for Sunday on the 3rd and the 10th, we'll run. If not, we'll just take a break.
Yeah. Sure, we could do that.
It's like an early D&D vacation, because we don't take much time off from D&D usually.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So odds are probably no game next week, because I'm guessing early in April won't be good. But if we're lucky, we'll still have one running on the 10th. But we'll see how it goes. It might be the 17th that our next game comes up and we get to finish this one off.
Well, Dean and I also talked, like, there's a possibility, like, we've not really pulled the trigger on it, but we talked about me maybe going as well, because it's like an hour and a half away, and taking Fergus. So I'd say firmly not next week.
Oh, definitely not then. You go have fun.
Tentatively the next one. It's not, we haven't booked anything or anything yet, but we were talking about it very briefly. And
but the weather's getting nice.
Found a pet-friendly hotel.
Oh, God, yeah. Do her. We'll take next week off. If you get the chance and you can go, you go too. Have fun. We've all been on lockdown for so long now. Being able to go and do things is really nice. So, definitely. No game next week then on the 3rd. We'll see how the 10th goes. If Courtney can show, we'll jump on one then. But we may very well be having a 2-week vacation.
Okay. Got it.
Oh, but definitely. If you go and and for the love of God, if you're there, please take pictures of Dean swinging a long sword. That's going to be funny. And Dean, if you convince her to swing one, take pictures of Jillian swinging a long sword. That'll also be equally funny to watch.
Yeah. I mean, there's a good chance the long sword's not too far off the height of Jillian.
I was thinking that. I wasn't going to say it.
I have a practice one that I thought it was going to be longer between classes, so I got a wooden practice one that's due to be delivered tomorrow. I think it's the same model as the club uses, so I can send you as a height comparison.
Oh, nice.
Just Jillian permits. Yeah. A wooden practice sword's like $60 to get delivered. An actual metal fetish fair is probably up $300-400. So
yeah,
seeing as I'm not qualified to actually take part in the classes yet, I think the wooden one do for now.
Yep, we'll rely on that and go. That's going to be good fun, man. But definitely, you both have a good weekend and enjoy that. The rest of yous also have a good weekend, of course. We're all going to be a little jealous because that sounds like it's a fun time. I got to be honest. But if you can, definitely take pictures of each other with that. If you're both in on it, or if only one of you, or however it goes.
Well, I mean,
Fergus, definitely take pictures of Fergus though, because we got to see Puppy.
Yeah.
Puppy pictures are more important, to be fair.
That's understandable.
Oh, that's
I mean, I agree. If anyone ever wants to go, like, it's like an open registration. You don't need to be invited or anything. It's a bit of a drive away. Actually, you need to drive through Bridgewater to get there. So it's funny you're going that way, John, and I've also went through that way.
Yup. It's a nice drive, at least. One thing I like about Nova Scotia, it's always a nice drive in our area. Unless it snows, then it's a snow hell.
Yeah.
Or if it's raining buckets.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been doing that the past week.
Oh my word! I love rain. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes you need a little break.
Yeah.
I love rain. Just not driving in it. Same with snow. Like I love snow, but not driving in it.
I still got my studded tires on for another month, and it helps with the rain. But at the same time, I'm like, it's too warm. This isn't good for my tires.
Yeah, my stepdad's going to be back in a couple of weeks, so we're going to bust out the jack and the ratchet wrench and get everyone's tires changed over, I think.
Oh, fun times. If I had mines on rims, I'd be tempted to do it myself, but I don't, so I always have to take it to a place and pay like $80, so...
Yeah.
Oh, this year's new tire year, I keep forgetting about that. It's going to be like $600, never mind.
Ooh.
Womp womp.
At least the summers aren't as expensive as the winters, I suppose. That's a small silver lining.
The OnePlus, my winners, I'm going to get another year out of them again. I haven't done much driving. None of us have, really, so, you know.
Yeah, that's good. Just on your way out, just be very, very careful that your new tyres don't fall victim to a pothole. I honestly shocked at the state of some of the roads here. It's truly baffling.
They're bad. They're really bad this year for some of them, I got to say. There's one route I have to take relatively regular, and it's just pothole city the whole way. I'm trying to straddle them going, and I hear a thunk, and I can hear the cash register cha-ching for money. It's like, oh, that's
Is that up by Micmac, like you're going down Woodlawn?
Oh yeah, that one's rough there too. Oh god.
Yeah.
I don't have to go that way often, but when I do, I go some way else to get that way.
I go that way all the time.
Oh man, I live by Micmac, so I don't got to drive too far. Usually just up to Maine, but even that, some spots there are getting bad too.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it's to do with like the temperature and expansion and contraction of materials, and then the plows come along and tear chunks off. I've been saying to Jillian this for ages. I refuse to believe that, and like, as long as roads have been invented, given like the breakneck pace of like technology advancements, that they've not solved this problem yet. I just refuse to believe it.
So talking about that, there was actually I remember reading an article, it's been a while now, a city more or less like stopped using paved and had like these little hexagon grids, like little devices that are solar paneled, but would light up so that way you get your lines more clearly, even like during rain and such, as well as like where they're solar power, they can also heat up, so that way like they defrost the snow and such, and they're much easier to replace because you would just take out one on the grid, pop in a new one in its place.
That's handy.
Yeah.
So I was right.
Probably. Thing about asphalt is it's cheap. Every other method we got's expensive, and that's the problem. They could sort of go, we could fix this. We could put high grade asphalt on there like they do for racetracks, but it costs millions, and we could have vinyl it up, but that costs millions. How much it costs to just asphalt the whole thing? About $5,000. Oh, we'll just patch it for years and charge the taxpayers. I think that actually does have something to do with it, how cheap it is.
You don't need to tell me that a local government's going to cheap out.
Oh God!
I mean, I know that's the reason. You know. Also, if it just so happens that whoever's in charge of roads and planning, cousins owns a road construction crew. I mean, that's just a coincidence as well. Not that stuff really happens, but if it does happen, that's just a fortunate coincidence.
They picked the right line of work.
Skeptical. Yeah.
That person knew what they were doing, picked the right line of work. It's like, I'll keep two sides happy at once. Oh, yeah. Alrighty then, everyone. Well, y'all have yourselves a great week. Dean and Jillian, you both enjoy that trip. That's going to be a fun time. But for everybody else, we'll maybe see you all, except John, on the 10th, if Courtney's free. Otherwise, next game we've got planned for the 17th.
All right.
That's one for sure. Okay.
Definitely. That one's a definite. The 10th is maybe, and next week is a no.
Okay.
All right, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. We'll finish this boss fight in a couple weeks or a week or whatever. I don't know. Y'all have yourselves a good one.
Have a good one. Enjoy, everyone.